Downs Funeral Home has been serving families throughout Superior and the surrounding area since 1888. As one of the very first funeral directing establishments in the area, today we continue to support our community by offering the finest services. With professionalism and attention to detail, we provide personalized full burial and cremation services, along with monument and marker sales. From pre-planning to the service, our kind and caring staff will guide your family through this difficult time and help you through every step.
Our family is honored to serve yours here at Downs Funeral and Cremation Services.
Celebrating the life of your loved one, we will ensure that they are truly honored and cared for.
Kimmis Oil has been a local, family-owned and operated business since 1935, offering quality tire installation services. We're a full-service tire shop offering tire repair or replacement services at the most affordable prices. Trust us to take care of your car's brake repair needs. Our technicians have the right set of skills and expertise to take care of the problems that your car is experiencing. For more information, give us a call today and see what we can do for you.
Imagination makes a community grow. So bring us your best ideas. Let's see how we can help. National Bank of Commerce. We make more possible.
Culver's Butterburger Deluxe is made with 100% Midwest beef. Always fresh, never frozen.
In my experience, fresh beef is always better. Frozen beef loses moisture, and when you lose moisture, you lose flavor.
There is an art in making a great burger. The searing really locks in the flavor, just like a great steak. And then we lightly butter the crown of the bun. That's why we call it a Butterburger. How many years have we been working together?
Close to 20 years now.
Welcome to Delicious.
The University of Wisconsin-Superior is a hidden gem of a campus located just minutes from majestic Lake Superior.
Seriously, you should see this place.
Check out the architecture.
Cruise the grounds. Find my favorite study spot.
See where I live.
Where we play.
Where we perform.
Come and see where I am preparing to make a real impact on people's lives.
Visit a vibrant, multicultural, liberal arts university.
check out over 60 program offerings.
See why we are a leader in undergraduate research.
See how community partnerships lead to active learning environments.
See why I love Superior.
Discover a place where excellence and affordability meet.
Schedule a visit to our friendly and inclusive campus today.
Because one visit to UW Superior can lead to a lifetime of opportunity.
Wisconsin Superior, where tonight the Yellow Jackets are going to try to pick up win number 1 on the 2023-24 season as they host the Cardinals from St. Mary's University. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Yellow Jacket Hockey pregame show sponsored by National Bank of Commerce. I am John Garver, and we apologize first off for the technical difficulties here getting on the air. This is one of those things. It's been a technical issue day, I think, from the printer at the basketball games to getting on the air and everything in between. We have had ourselves the gremlin of all gremlins when it comes to technology. But we're on the air. Life is good. Let's talk a little bit of hockey. The Yellow Jackets coming into this one with a record of 0-4. And you'll hear Coach McKenna talk a little bit later on here in the pregame about how, yeah, we're 0-4. It's death by now 4,000 paper cuts. And he makes reference to that, and I'm going to keep using it. I've actually got a paper cut here earlier today. There it is. So 4,001 apparently. But he started breaking down some stats and going into the analytics and everything, and he goes, you look at everything that's transpired, we should be at worst 2-2, at best 3-1, and somehow we're 0-4. And so he spent a lot of time over the last 24 hours doing the deep dive into the analytics, trying to figure out how in the world his team is sitting at 0-4 and what kind of things they need to change to turn this thing around. You hate to sit there and go, boy, this is a must-win game, and I can hear Dave Kroll going, must-win? World War II, that was a must-win. That's a great quote from Marv Levy, the longtime coach of the Buffalo Bills. But it kind of is a must-win. This is Game 5 on the season. You only play 25. You're at the 20% mark of your season. And if you get to that point without a victory, it's just going to continue to spiral in the wrong direction. So the Yellow Jackets trying to find their way into the win column tonight. St. Mary's, meanwhile, they come in with a record of 1-4, so they are struggling just like the Yellow Jackets are, as their one victory came last Friday night against Hamlin in conference play. They fell on the road last night at Stevens Point. We'll talk about that a little bit later on. So they're a team also trying to find their footing. Through 4 games, the Yellow Jackets have scored 5 goals. Through 5 games, St. Mary's had scored 7 goals. So as you can see, the offense has been far from plentiful for these two teams. The defense for the Jackets has been a little bit better, 14 goals allowed in their 4 games, while St. Mary's has given up 22 in their 5 games. So if there is a chance for the Yellow Jackets to find their way to score some goals, break that goalless streak, and get in the win column, it seems like they got a pretty strong opponent that can help them do that tonight, and that would be St. Mary's. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we'll take a look at what happened last night. We'll also have a look at the starters and a conversation with Coach McKenna. All that and more when the pregame show sponsored by National Bank of Commerce continues right after this. You're listening to Yellow Jacket Hockey on 91.3 KUWS Superior and the iFan Sports Network.
Real meat for real life. Artisanal sausages and meat snacks, handcrafted and authentically smoked in small batches. That's our passion here at Wenzel's Farm, and we've been doing it this way for over 70 years. Carefully crafted by people just like you, right here in Marshfield, Wisconsin. Our meat snacks reach customers across the country. Innovation and passion from amazing team members who are dedicated to producing quality products has made us who we are today. Wenzel's Farm. Real meat for real life.
From the start of the hockey game here tonight between the Yellow Jackets and St. Mary's, let's take a look at what happened last evening here at Westman Arena. It wasn't awesome. It was okay. Wasn't great. We didn't get the win. Bethel with a 2-0 victory over the Yellow Jackets last night. Really good start to the hockey game for the Yellow Jackets. Unfortunately, beyond the 10-minute mark of that first period, they weren't able to sustain it, so they ended up giving up the first goal at 10:04 of the opening period. Braden Bartu scoring his first of the season to make it 1-0. Dusty Bergstrom falls down at the offensive blue line. Odd man rush comes back the other way, and the Royals make the Yellow Jackets pay with an easy tap in at the left post. That made it 1-0. As the second period unfolded, the Yellow Jackets kind of kept plugging away there, and they managed to keep the puck in the offensive zone a lot in that second period. It didn't start out great, but as the period went on, they really found their footing and were doing a really great job. And unfortunately, they couldn't find any way to put one in the back of the net. Then we go to power play, worked really hard, earned the penalty, and that lasted for 3 seconds. And then after that, we all know what happened. An ill-advised change. Coach actually looked at me earlier tonight and he goes, "Did you see that change last night?" Yeah, we definitely saw that change. And he said, "Yeah, it wasn't a very good one," because the next thing you know, it's a 3-on-1 going back the other way. And Tyler Kostalecki scoring his third goal this season. He had about 150 feet to make his decision on what he wanted to do with that puck, and he scored. So that made it 2-0 Bethel. As the third period unfolded, the Yellow Jackets had some O-zone time, but they weren't getting the quality scoring opportunities, and in the end, they end up falling by a final of 2-0. Yellow Jackets out shooting Bethel 31-24 in the contest. Meanwhile, elsewhere around the WIAC last night, it hasn't been a good start to the season with these crossover games between the WIAC and the MIAC, and ultimately, the Yellow Jackets have been on the receiving end of a few of those, and the last night there was a number of them. Hamlin defeated Northland 4-1. St. Olaf shut out River Falls 3-0. UW Stout, they're playing an NCAA school last night. They defeated Lake Forest 6-3. Stevens Point defeating this St. Mary's club 5-2. And then earlier today, UW Stout polished off the weekend sweep of Lake Forest with a 6-2 win down at the Alumni Memorial Fieldhouse. And so that is how everything is kind of stacked up elsewhere tonight. Augsburg is at Northland, Bethel is at UW Eau Claire, Hamlin is at River Falls, and St. Olaf is at Stevens Point. That's probably the best matchup of all of them around the WIAC tonight would be that game between St. Olaf and Stevens Point. Earlier today, a quick look at the out-of-town scoreboard. If you're a fan of Yellow Jacket sports, hasn't been a very good day. The Yellow Jacket men's soccer team saw its season come to an end as they fell to St. Olaf 7-1 in the first round of the NCAA tournament. And it was... the announcer on the webcast kept saying it was clinical what St. Olaf did to the Yellow Jackets today, and unfortunately, I have to agree. They're good. They're good. They're a highly offensive team, and they scored early, getting the first goal 10 minutes into the match, and just kept right on going after that. So they defeated them by a score of 7-1. The Yellow Jacket women's soccer team saw its season come to an end as they lost to UW La Crosse by a 1-0 score. Absolutely incredible game and goal for Yellow Jacket goalkeeper Quinn Clark. She made 18 saves in the match, and the Yellow Jackets started to apply some pressure in the final 5 minutes. I wish they would have gone a little bit earlier with the pressure because they had a couple of opportunities late. Unfortunately, they weren't able to seal the deal, and their season comes to an end. They fall 1-0. Cross country finishing, the men finished 23rd, I think, in the Midwest Regional, and the women finished 20th, so their season's also coming to an end. And the Yellow Jacket women's hockey team opened WIAC play today. They were down on the road at UW Eau Claire. They were up 2-1 after 2. And Eau Claire, the number 9 team in the nation, and they came out and played like the number 9 team in the nation in the third period, outshooting the Yellow Jackets 17-2. And they scored with 2:40 to go to tie the game, added a power play goal a minute later, then an empty netter. So the Jackets were less than 3 minutes away from a 2-1 win, end up falling by a score of 4-2 in that one. Yellow Jacket men's basketball victorious today, 75-70 over UW River Falls. So they finished the Merrill Thompson Classic with a pair of wins against former WIAC foes. They are now 3-0 on the season, a really good start for Coach Polkowski's men's basketball team. Women's basketball team is down playing in Chicago, and at the half they are up by a point over Denison, 27-26. The other team competing tonight, the Yellow Jacket volleyball team in the UMAC championship game at Northwestern. The opening serve in that one is scheduled for 7 o'clock, and that is your rundown of the out-of-town scoreboard and everything else happening here in the land of the Yellow Jackets. We're about 14 minutes away from the start of this one between the Yellow Jackets and St. Mary's. We'll take a timeout, and when the Yellow Jacket Hockey pregame show sponsored by National Bank of Commerce continues, we will have a chat with Yellow Jacket head coach Rich McKenna. You're listening to Yellow Jacket Hockey on 91.3 KUWS Superior.
Superior Water, Light, and Power wants you to be aware of potential carbon monoxide poisoning, a colorless, odorless, tasteless, and toxic gas. Flu-like symptoms, headaches, and nausea are some signs to watch for. Excessive moisture on windows, black soot on registers, and strange odors from heating appliances could be an indication of carbon monoxide poisoning. If you suspect a problem, call SWLNP, the Superior Fire Department, or your local fuel supplier. A safety reminder from Superior Water, Light, and Power, an elite company.
Sponsored by National Bank of Commerce. It's Saturday. The Yellow Jackets are back at home here at Westman Arena, getting ready to take on St. Mary's University. Second game of their first weekend of the home season here in 23-24. I'm John Garver, and as always, we're joined by Yellow Jacket head coach Rich McKenna. And I can feel the tension mounting in the building and everything, because another tough one last night, 2-0 loss to Bethel.
Yeah, it's it is what it is. Right now, we're not scoring goals and we're making mistakes that always end up in the back of the net. Again, I thought, hats off to their goalie. I thought he was the best player on the ice. He made some really key saves. It's the growing pains. It is what it is. I'm not going to make an excuse or justify anything. It is what it is, and we just gotta, keep learning from those losses, because if you don't learn anything, then it's a total wash, right? And then you gotta, eventually just get it done. Your best players got to be your best players, and if you're not gonna score, you got to contribute away from the puck. And that's that, right? You don't really have an answer, but it's tensions are mounting, and there's frustration and all that stuff, and you gotta try to get them to embrace a challenge instead of dwelling on a negative. So that's, I guess, is the angle.
Taking something out of every loss, or learning something from every loss. Former UMD coach Mike Sturtis, one of my favorite quotes: you want to learn something with every loss, but you don't want to get too smart. And I think that's kind of where your team is at right now. Last night at this time, we talked about getting more shots on goal, having a shoot-first mentality, averaging 27 a game. You were above the average last night, but I'm not sure the quality was there. You had the quantity, but the quality really wasn't there. There weren't a lot of grade A's last night, it didn't seem like.
No, we hoped it away too much. And I felt we poke and hoped a little bit. There wasn't a ton of net drive, in my opinion. There's a price to be paid, and that price doubles and triples and quadruple down now because of the way everything's going, right? So you gotta find a way to do the things that we haven't necessarily done. It was nice to see us pull the trigger a little bit more last night, for sure. It was, we had some good chances, but you gotta have more second and third opportunities, and to do that, you can't be on the side of the net. You got to be on top of the paint. That's one. Two, you also gotta, you want to shoot first mentality, right? But there's times where there's a wide open guy and we don't see it, and then we bury it into a guy's shin guards. Like right now, it's the formula to beat us is pretty simple. Pack it in. That's all you got to do. So we got to, you got to move things around a little bit, and you got to dive through the home plate and all that. So it's a learning curve. It is what it is, like I said, and you just got to keep, you got to keep pushing forward. You can't blow it up. I don't it's not like we have an American League team where we can just start doing that, right? So where you can't trade players to get messages across. You gotta, it's a different style of management through these processes.
Before we started recording, you were talking a little bit about the analytics. Hockey's become an ever increasingly analytical driven game, and looking at the analytics, you said that you actually had 8 more minutes of offensive zone possession than Bethel last night. That's unfathomable to me.
Yeah, and we only outshot them by 3. So, yeah, I mean, it was like 7:45, and which is, again, you can point to those things as a positive, right? And like, we're at the point now where we gotta, I'm searching for things to help point us in a direction, right? So there's room for analytics in the game. I'm not a full-time analytic guy. I think there's information to be had there that's good. I'm also very much a little bit old school and be like, no, I got a feeling and I'm gonna go with it, right? Go with your gut. So, we did some other things too where it's totally my own thing and go through it. That kind of pointed us in a little bit of a direction. And I'm not really a stat guy, so like there's no crazy formulas in this. It's pretty black and white. But hey, like we got to play simple too, right? So like maybe that's we'll see where that goes. And but at the end of the day too, there's certain identity points. I thought we played a much better game identity-wise last night. I thought our habits were we got an inch closer to our habits, and but you got to score, right? You got to score, and if we're the one thing I told the guys, well, we're going to focus a little bit more defensively, because I can guarantee you we don't lose if we don't give up a goal, and that's the only guarantee I could give them.
One of the guys that passed the eye test last night was Tristan Terry, and you kind of challenged him by not suiting him against Concordia. I thought he played a very, very good game last night.
Yeah, he was good with the puck. Play away from the puck in the D zone is still a bit of a challenge at certain times. He's a very offensive-minded guy. Like you don't want to take that away from him. You just got to teach him how to flirt the line, because he will always flirt the line and or cross the line in terms of cheating the game for offense. But you don't want to. You just got to teach him when and where and all that stuff. So, he responded though. I can live with how he played. I thought he was pretty demanding with the puck. And one of the things we were talking about analytically, like he's been on the ice for 4 scoring chances on the season, right? So that's 1 a game. Not great, but 1 a game. For a team that's been shut out for the last 8 periods, I'll take 4 scoring chances any day of the week. He was the primary guy on all 4. So, you're kind of playing a little bit of money ball there, but, it's I liked his response.
Jack Boschert in goal tonight. First appearance for him, a freshman out of St. Louis. So talk to me a little bit about what we expect out of him.
Who knows? Jack's a really good goalie. To me, every single game we've played so far has been winnable. We have 4,000 paper cuts now instead of 3,000 from last night. But Jack can very well come in here and get the first win of the season. Like, I'm more than confident in him and all that stuff. He's a phenomenal person, and he's a great teammate. And if I was on this team as a player, I'd be like, I'm going to battle for that guy. So, let's hope it gets it done, right?
Thanks a lot, Coach. Good luck.
Take care, guys.
Yellow Jacket head coach Rich McKenna in his 8th season behind the bench of UW Superior. 80 wins, 88 losses, and 89 losses. Huh. Let's not make it any harder on the Chiefs than it already is. That's what that felt like. 89 losses, 15 ties. His counterpart Ryan Egan in his 5th season with the Cardinals, 34 wins, 51 losses, and 4 ties. Starting goaltenders in this one. Back at the studio, Paul. We are not going to take that additional break here in the pregame because we're ready to go. So Jack Boschert defending the goal to our left, making his first appearance as a Yellow Jacket here tonight. At the other end, A.J. Ruskowski, a mountain of a man between the pipes. For St. Mary's, he defends the goal to our right. The puck is down and we're underway. The opening face-off tonight is sponsored by Barker's Island in, and the Yellow Jackets win the draw and send that down into the St. Mary's zone. Again, Yellow Jackets, if you missed it, attacking from left to right here in this opening period. The puck comes out of the left wing corner, came to the front of the net, but that's going to be broken up and cleared by the Cardinals. They go to dump it in. It's knocked down by Dusty Bergstrom in the left circle Yellow Jacket zone. They pass it down left corner. Jackson Noss there for the Cardinals. He's not going to be able to handle that pass, and the Yellow Jackets are going to clear it to center. From the red line, it's picked up by Callahan Noss and dumped right back down into the Yellow Jacket zone. Roosevelt on the left wing. Nifty move to get away from a checker, and the Jackets back 2-on-2 to center. Dauphiné on the left side. Drops it. Roosevelt left circle shot tipped in front. It misses wide of the mark. And back the other way now. The Cardinals come to center with it here. St. Mary's across the Yellow Jacket line. Trevor Schroeder drops that one off on a sharp angle shot from Callahan Noss, and Boschert makes the stop. So the Yellow Jacket freshman goaltender, save percentage 1,000 after that. Puck to the left of the Yellow Jacket goal, and it'll bounce in on net. Covered up there by Boschert. He'll hang on. Face-off coming here in the Yellow Jacket zone. 18:50 to play opening period. Yellow Jackets and St. Mary's scoreless from Westman Arena in Superior.
Couldn't have a much bigger contrast in goalies, at least in terms of size. Boschert at 5'10", and Laskowski at 6'6" over at the other end.
Yeah, he's an absolute beast. Cardinals control the face-off and send it down behind the Yellow Jacket net. It comes around into the right wing corner. It's going to be picked up there, and the Jackets will flip that out to neutral. It's going to come all the way down, and that'll be an icing call on the Yellow Jackets. Jackets, as we mentioned in the open, looking for win number 1 on the season. Coming in at 0-4. Be nice to get one under your belt before you head into WIAC play next weekend. We'll talk about that a little later on, probably in the postgame show. Cardinals controlling the faceoff. Niemel at the left point sends that down behind the Yellow Jacket net. It rides the boards around to the right wing corner. Puck is just sitting there. Nobody seems to want it. Finally, it's picked up by Loudon Palinger, excuse me. Jackets get control, and Pedersen will flip that off the right wing glass out to center, down into the St. Mary's zone, chasing it down Clay Allen. He's being pursued by Tristan Terrien, who you heard Coach McKenna talk about a little bit in the pregame. Now it's behind the net, now it comes out to center. Yellow Jackets get it back there. Dvorny plays it back for Liam Whitehouse. Ahead on the right wing side, Terrien tips it in, but the Cardinals are going to come right back the other way with Schroeder on the left side. That long shot was going to go wide of the mark. Steered with the blocker into the left wing corner by Boschert, and the Yellow Jackets back on the attack. It's C.J. Walker driving the net. Walker on the backhand, and a save is made by Raskowski. High slot, Walker again, a shot. That one's just going to go wide. Walker gets it back from the right point. A shot. That one's going to go wide of the mark. Okay, message received by C.J. Walker. He's going to shoot the puck tonight. It's in the right wing corner. Whitehouse pinches down. He's got it right wing side. He'll pass it behind the net for Walker. Wrap around attempt left side. Walker a shot. Raskowski to save. Puck loose in the blue paint. Still loose, and the referee is going to blow the play dead. As that's unfortunate for the Yellow Jackets because the puck was right there. It actually came all the way out to the point, and he blew that dead very, very quickly.
Great power move by C.J. Walker there. Right-handed shot coming up the right half boards. Turned the corner, cut to the front of the net. Tried to switch to his backhand and tuck it 5-hole and almost put it through there.
And that's something we haven't seen. Net drive isn't something we've seen a whole lot of. We didn't see it at all last night. So one of the Yellow Jacket forwards and probably one of the better suited power forwards makes the power move there. Cardinals control the face-off. They dump it into the Yellow Jacket zone. Scooped up there by Blake Holmes ahead at center. Morano with speed. Morano across the St. Mary's line. A shot right circle, and that one just misses wide. In the left circle now. It comes to the front of the net, and it's controlled here by the Cardinals. They're going to clear it. It comes back into the Yellow Jacket zone. Brady Clemenson's got it now. Clemenson for the Jackets. Cuts to the middle across the red line. Clemenson into the zone. Has a stick all over him, but maintained control of the puck, playing it deep. Right wing corner. St. Mary's zone. Callahan Noss has it there. Noss here for St. Mary's. Comes up the right side. His pass is broken up. It's going to get past Dauphiné and bounce out to neutral. Dauphiné finally corrals the loose puck. He picks up speed on the left wing across the St. Mary's line. Left wing corner now. This is Dauphiné. He's knocked down. Loses the puck in the process, and St. Mary's will come back on the attack. They'll throw it ahead to center. It's out of the reach of Matthew Danziger. It comes all the way down. That's going to be an icing call. And if it's out of his reach, that's out of everybody's reach.
Yes, he has got a long reach. That is for sure. Good start again for the Jackets tonight. See if they can build on it and sustain it here past the 4-minute mark.
16:20 to play here, first period. No score, Yellow Jackets and Cardinals from Westman Arena in Superior. John Garver and Jason Roan with you. Glad to have you along here on this Saturday evening. It was raining in November. Don't get that around here very often. It's hard to hold a candle in that cold November rain, Jason.
It is indeed, Axel.
You need some time on your own. Puck is inside the Yellow Jacket blue line, and Devorny will carry that up the left side. He went to dump it in. It doesn't go. Staying with it, Boone Matheson backhands that into St. Mary's territory. The puck comes behind the goal, controlled there by Clay Allen. He'll pass up the right wing, and the Cardinals are back on the attack. Across the Yellow Jacket line, Jake Vaughn, a shot blocked. Vaughn chases it down behind the net. Jackson Noss gets there. It'll be played up the right wing side, but not out. A long shot comes wide of the mark, and the Karam off the end board kicks right back in front. And Boschert will cover that one up with the trapper and hang on. And we'll get a face-off here in the Yellow Jacket zone.
Boschert finding out about that familiar lively bounce off the end boards there. That one came off the kick plane hot back out to him.
Face-off will be to his right. It's controlled by the Yellow Jackets here. Coming to center with it is Tristan Terrien. He crosses the St. Mary's line and hits the brakes. Now Terrien's got it left circle. Terrien carries deep, lets a shot go from a shallow angle, and that's going to drift wide of the mark. Now Terrien again, right circle, turns and fires, and Ruskowski gets the pad on that. It comes to the left corner. Quinn pinches down, plays it around to the right wing side of the St. Mary's zone. Ishmael ties up his man. Puck comes loose. Pedersen was going after it, but it's going to be taken away here by Clay Allen, who gets dislodged from his skates by Pedersen, who now has the puck. Pedersen right wing side for the Yellow Jackets. Plays it up top for Holmes. Holmes now sends it deep. Ishmael's got it behind the net, carries to the left wing corner. Ishmael tried to sidestep the check, lost the puck. It came right to Terrien. He was knocked down as he was trying to spin away from that check, and the puck comes out to neutral. Yellow Jackets quickly in transition. Ishmael up the right side. He tried to play that one deep. It's not going to go, and now back the other way. Carter Newpower for St. Mary's. That's a fun name to say, Newpower. I like that one. Add that one to my list of favorites. He dumps it into the Yellow Jacket zone, and Whitehouse will take it there. Passes over for Bergstrom. Now ahead at center. Penalty coming. This is going to be on the Cardinals as they interfere with C.J. Walker, and it's going to be a Yellow Jacket power play.
Walker moving with speed through the neutral zone there. The chip hung on just a little too long. It's like number 28, Warner Young, a defenseman, junior defenseman from Michigan, going to the box for St. Mary's.
First Yellow Jacket power play. They come in clipping at 11.8%. Not quite where you're accustomed to seeing them on the power play, but maybe this will be the night where they can right the ship a little bit off the face-off. It's controlled. Walker carried it all the way across the goal mouth as he was uncovered off the draw, but never did get the shot away. Forced to go around the length of the goaltender, A.J. Ruskowski.
That 6'6" reach of Ruskowski there just kept all the holes covered as he tried to pull him across the crease.
Walker now as center, passes over to the left wing for Roosevelt, who tips it deep. Roosevelt in the left corner, Walker left circle. Up top to Bergstrom as they play catch on the left wing side. Now in the middle, Austin Paul. Down for Terrien, but the pass hopped his stick. It comes behind the net for Roosevelt. Roosevelt to the left wing boards. Walker's got it there. C.J. Walker up top. Bergstrom at the left point. In the middle, Paul walks, fires, save Ruskowski. Rebound left circle. Over to the right circle, and they score! Power play goal for the Yellow Jackets as Tristan Terrien buries it, and the Yellow Jackets are in front 1-0.
UWS has a trio of players over on the glass here looking rather mournfully.
And I think they're going to, did they waive it?
The officials are having a discussion. We may have had a situation where they're going to call interference with the goaltender here.
I'm guessing.
There was some good traffic in the crease there.
Because everybody was celebrating, including me. And then Blake Holmes made a beeline from the left point down to the referee behind the net. And they're going to take that goal off the board. I'm assuming they're going to call man in the crease. That's my guess.
Well, it's been the hard way for UWS all season thus far, so why
not tonight? All right. So, face off in the neutral zone now. Take the goal off the board.
to goalie interference.
Well, not interference because they didn't put the penalty on the board, so there is no penalty. Power play continues. Holmes for the Yellow Jackets plays it deep. Picked up on the right wing side by Terry Ryder. We apologize for the ill-advised goal call there.
Well, it was in the net.
Yeah, the light came on. I mean, life was good there for a few seconds. Terry Ryder, top of the right circle, the shot. That misses wide to the left. Dauphiné on the left wing, able to hold the zone. Nice job by the killer to fall down and sweep it off Dauphiné's stick, but he was able to regain control, Dauphiné was. Jackets get it up top with 30 to go in the power play. Bergstrom at the left point, stick handles. Feeds down low, left corner. Dauphiné's got it there. Back up top. Bergstrom over to the right circle. Terry Ryder, a one-timer, and Ruskowski makes the save. It's in the left wing corner. St. Mary's zone, 15 left in the man advantage for the Yellow Jackets. Everybody down in that corner except for Dusty Bergstrom, and it's going to be sent the distance. So the power play goal goes by the boards, and now the power play itself also goes away. Yellow Jackets 0 for 1 on the man advantage, but probably one of the better power plays we have seen throughout the season. Meanwhile, back to center now with speed. Terrian left circle with a shot. Ruskowski makes the save. It comes to the left wing half boards, pinching down to Vorney, not able to hold, but the Yellow Jackets do. On the left wing side now for the Yellow Jackets, Pettersson. Over to the right wing boards. This is Terrian. He'll walk it to the middle. Slides it back over. Left circle, DeVorney walks, fires. It comes right to the front of the net, and it was just beyond the reach of Colin Pettersson. And St. Mary's will clear. In the neutral zone now, the Yellow Jackets left wing boards. Terrian dumps it in. Ishmael has it. Left circle, fires, and a save made by Ruskowski. He will hold on. And a face-off coming in the St. Mary's zone. 11:41 to play here in the opening period. No score, but you gotta like what you're seeing from the guys in yellow tonight, Jason.
Jackets doing everything but scoring so far. It's been an excellent start for UWS, and that power play, though it ended up not resulting in a goal, definitely generated some good scoring opportunities.
At the right point, Liam Whitehouse for the Yellow Jackets. He'll slide that one down to the right corner. It comes around the boards behind the net, left side now. Paul for Morano. He carries into the high slot, feeds Whitehouse. Right circle shot, it's tipped wide by the defense. Left corner again, Morano. Works his way out front, Austin Paul takes a shot left circle, that one goes wide. Loose puck behind the net now, picked up by St. Mary's. They go to clear. Whitehouse held it in at the right point. Now the Cardinals regaining control, and they come back the other way, 3-on-2. Across the Yellow Jacket line, but they're going to be whistled for the offside. So the odd man rush for the Cardinals goes by the boards because of the offside call, and we'll get a face-off just outside the Yellow Jacket blue line.
So I think that might have been the first shift of the night for freshman Cooper Schmiel of St. Mary's. Is he related to Stan Schmiel, formerly of the Vancouver Canucks?
Couldn't tell you.
He's a long way from home.
Couldn't tell you.
California on the roster.
Jackets win the face-off. Donning to do the SID at St. Mary's. Feel free to shoot me an email if you have the answer to said question. On the left wing at center now, this is Jake Vaughn dumping it into Yellow Jacket territory. Bergstrom takes his man into the left corner boards. Puck comes behind the Yellow Jacket net now. Danziger's got it, and he'll come to center. Banks it off the left wall. That one intended for Reed Stark, out of his reach, and it's going to be an icing call. Stark pleading his case, going, I win that race if he doesn't interfere with me, but Rubin's racing. And the face-off will come back in Yellow Jacket territory.
Top line back out here for St. Mary's now, led by Bud Winter. He has 2 goals on the season.
Face-off controlled by St. Mary's. Right circle, a shot. That one's going to skip wide of the mark. It's going to come back up to the left point. Noss plays it deep. Yellow Jackets will get it back, and Francois has it now. Ahead for Stark on the right wing. Reed Stark had it, then lost it, and Bud Winter will take control. Winter plays that one backward, and the Cardinals will come back on the attack. Tushy on the left side, flips it in. Yellow Jackets will come back. Danziger just inside his own line, reverses it back for Terry Ryder. Over to the right wing side, Matheson. He'll come off the boards and go all the way over to the left wing and pick up speed. Matheson with speed across the line left side, pokes it down behind the St. Mary's goal. Matheson will get the puck right wing corner. Boone Matheson for the Yellow Jackets. Wanted to go low for Roosevelt, but that one got caught up in some feet. Roosevelt getting worked over pretty good in the right wing corner as that puck comes loose. Puck still tied up along the boards as trying to work it free was Matheson. Roosevelt in there as well, but one of the three Cardinals will come out with it, and it's Jack Campion circling behind his net. He'll play it up the right wing side. Jackets intercept at center, and Roosevelt feeds it ahead on the right wing where he's got Dauphiné. Dauphiné taken down. Play will continue on as Campion comes back here for St. Mary's. He'll pass that one back for Noah Kiemel. It's passed up on the left wing. Tushy tips it into the Yellow Jacket zone. St. Mary's in the midst of a line change here. And the Yellow Jackets will come back on the attack. Wicked hop off those boards. Ishmael didn't have a prayer in knocking that one down. Now Ishmael does have it. And it's off his stick. Bouncing puck and back the other way. St. Mary's on the breakaway. Backhand shot in front. Point blank range by Nick Kiemel and a pad save made by Boschert. Jackets with numbers the other way. Terry in left circle fires and Ruskowski makes the save. He's going to hang on, and we're going to get a face-off here in the St. Mary's zone. So things opening up a tad there as the Cardinals part the Red Sea and get a little bit of a breakaway for Nick Kiemel going one direction, and then Tristan Terrian again the other way with another good chance, Jason.
Yeah, Boschert having his first game saver there for UWS, flashing that right pad out, making an excellent save on that semi-breakaway for St. Mary's, and then puck goes the other way, another good chance for UWS, now up 8-2 on the shot chart.
And Tristan Terrian having a night. I mean, he was really good last night. We talked about it in the pregame. If you missed the conversation with Coach McKenna, he didn't go to Concordia last Saturday. He was out of the lineup, and, it was a message. Messages received. He played very well last night and has been really good so far tonight in the first 10 or 11 plus minutes.
Yeah, he's been flying out there, definitely using his speed all around the puck, creating things. It's been excellent. Really, several of the UWS players have displayed great speed tonight. Boone Matheson just had a nice rush there as well, wheeling through the neutral zone. Definitely got the feet moving. Like we talked about last night, I mean, it hasn't been a lack of effort thus far.
No.
That's for sure. I mean, UWS is working hard, but tonight they're definitely playing with an assertiveness and a speed on offense that we did not see last night, that's for sure.
8:39 to go here, opening period. No score, Yellow Jackets and St. Mary's from Westman Arena in Superior. I am John Garver. He is Jason Roan. You're tuned into Yellow Jacket Hockey on 91.3 KUWS in Superior. Online, if you're watching us, you're watching the iFan Sports Network. Face-off will be to the right of Ruskowski, controlled by the Cardinals, and they're going to come back to center with it now. Crossing the red line, Campion flips it into Yellow Jacket territory. Dvorny gets knocked off the pursuit of the puck by Tushy. Colin Tushy behind the net, pinned to the end boards. He gets loose. Campion scoops up the loose puck, carries up the left wing side. Leaves it up top. That shot somehow got through and then kicks off the skate of Dvorny to the right wing boards. Now Campion behind the net. Passes that out front. A shot and a nice save by Boschert. As there was a wide open Cardinal in front, and Boschert got the left leg out to make the save. Back the other way, Terrian up the right side. But Colin Pedersen lost his footing right at the blue line, and he would have needed some go-go gadget legs in order to be able to keep that thing in contact with the line and stay onside.
Yeah, tried to hold the line there, did all he could, but picked that back leg up, and offside ensued. Another great save by Boschert.
Face-off just outside the St. Mary's line, 7:59 to play here in the first period. Shots 8-3 Yellow Jackets, but we don't have a score. Icing waved off, much to the chagrin of Boschert, who had the arm in the air and then pumped it at the referee, going, come on now. In the neutral zone, controlled here by St. Mary's. They dump it in. Jackets coming right back out with Bergstrom up the left side. It goes off of a St. Mary's stick. Bergstrom again. His pass intercepted. Bergstrom again. Falls down, loses it, gets back up, and the Jackets have numbers the other way. Reed Stark left circle. Fans on the pass not once but twice. It's tied up left wing corner now, and the Cardinals will regain control. Circling away from trouble, Cooper Smeal, and he'll start to center. Bounces off the check of Francois, crosses the red and dumps it in. On the left wing side, Dusty Bergstrom for the Yellow Jackets dumps it in. Chasing it down is Noah Kiemel, 6'5" senior defenseman for the Cardinals. He'll clear, but the Yellow Jackets' Liam Whitehouse will dump it right back in. Now the Yellow Jackets, Roosevelt from the right corner to center. Didn't get to the front of the net, but then the shot from the right side by Dauphiné covered up by Ruskowski. Roosevelt took a swipe, and he's got a headlock around him now, and we'll see who's going to go to the sin bin here. I'm assuming Roosevelt's probably going to go, and maybe Vaughn, or Schroeder.
This whole situation developed when St. Mary's goaltender A.J. Ruskowski went behind the net to try to play that puck and partially fanned on it, trying to pass the puck to his defenseman, Noah Kiemel. That created all kinds of commotion down there and gave UWS a chance to pounce on the puck, and then a crowd joined it.
It's like it's going to be a Yellow Jacket power play as Schroeder goes to the box for roughing. Time of the penalty, 13:09 opening period, second power play for the Yellow Jackets. First one looked great. So let's see what we can do here with power play number 2. Jackets win the face-off, and Roosevelt from the left circle rips a shot high, and that'll come all the way back down the ice. Paul and Holmes back on the blue line for the Yellow Jackets. Terrian, Roosevelt, and Walker the forward unit. Paul up the right wing. Carries into the St. Mary's zone, gets knocked down on the play. 3-on-1 the other way, and it's going to be a penalty on St. Mary's as they're going to get him for a cross-check, I believe. Austin Paul turned and took the cross-check right in the back from Callahan Noss, and it's going to be a 5-on-3.
Dangerous situation there for the Yellow Jackets. Looked like it might be a turnover and a 3-on-1 going against them, but instead it's going to be a 5-on-3 advantage.
So the door swings wide open here for the Yellow Jackets to get that power play a little bit of life and consequently score a goal. Right wing corner, St. Mary's zone. It comes up to the right point. Paul holds, gives it on the right wing boards. Terrian back up top for Paul, the former junior teammates. In the middle, it's Blake Holmes. Walks, feeds Walker left circle. Walker now back up top for Holmes. Tried to feather it up, and that one got sticked out to neutral ice. Yellow Jackets are going to be forced to regroup. 6 minutes to play. First period scoreless from Westman Arena in Superior. Terrian, right circle, walks. Hits the brakes now. Terrian stick handles in the right circle. Feeds up top for Paul. Paul over to Walker, top of the left circle. Now they'll trade places. Walker in the slot, fires. It's blocked and goes wide. Terrian now in the right wing corner, up top for Holmes. He'll walk it off the boards. In the high slot, fires. That one gets blocked. Held in at the left point by Holmes. Down low, C.J. Walker left of the goal. Walker left circle, right circle now. Terrian, stick handles, cuts to the middle, lets a shot go. It's blocked. All right, we know they can block shots, and then it's going to be flipped over the stick of Paul and come to center. Yellow Jackets forced to regroup, and they do, with Paul weaving through traffic in the high slot now. Paul leaves it for Holmes. 20 seconds left in the two-man advantage for the Yellow Jackets. Paul with a shot, he misses high, and then that's going to carry him up into the netting. And a face-off coming here with 18 seconds left in the 5-on-3. 40 seconds to go on the power play. 5:09 to go here in the first period. No score.
For as good as the first power play looked, this one has looked the inverse of that. Forcing pucks through people on a 5-on-3, taking ill-advised shots that get blocked. Not good so far. See if they can regroup here.
Jackets win the draw. Terry Ryder at the right point. Gives it to Bergstrom. Back to Ryder, top of the right circle. Ryder, one-timer, he scores! They're not taking that one away. A rocket from Terry Ryder, and the Jackets are on the board.
Simple play there for UWS. Won the draw, worked the puck around to Terry Ryder with a big one-timer at the top of the right circle. Blasted it home. And that long scoreless drought is over.
Woo!
Hallelujah.
At 176 minutes, 26 seconds. We don't have to worry about breaking a record here tonight, at least not that one. Jackets win the faceoff and remain on the power play. We'll wait for the official scoring. It'll be Ryder his first. Bergstrom will get one helper. We'll see on another one. Now Ryder's got it again. Top of the right circle.
Yellow Jackets! His first goal of the season, number 2, Terry Ryder. He gets an assist on the goal by number 6, Dusty Bergstrom.
So it's Ryder from Bergstrom on the goal. Penalty has expired. Jackets 1 for 3, and they have a 3-on-2 the other way for St. Mary's. In the high slot. Penalty coming. It's going to be on the Yellow Jackets. You had to know that was coming. When both referees' arms go up at the same time, you know you definitely committed some kind of an infraction. 15:41 of the opening period. The time of the penalty. Hey, Terry Ryder, getting his name all over the score sheet tonight. He'll go to the box for 2. 15:41 again, the time of the penalty.
St. Mary's 0 for 22 on the power play so far this season.
I wasn't going to say it.
I'll do it for you.
Thank you. Now it's on you. Puck is to the right of the Yellow Jacket net now, controlled here by the Cardinals. Campion at the left point. Leaves up top for Kellen Theraldson. Theraldson for St. Mary's. Stick handles. Gives to Campion. Left point again. Shot. Boschert save. Huge rebound. That one's going to be stopped as well. Jackets trying to get it inside the goalie's pads, and they finally do. And plenty of pushing and shoving going on in the goal crease, and that's going to happen when you don't control the rebound and you just start hacking and whacking down there.
So far, Boschert looks really poised. Calm, cool, collected, finding a way to make some good saves and get in the way of some other shots. Big net front scramble there, unfazed for the freshman making his first college start. .353 left here in the period, 1:34 left on the St. Mary's power play.
Face-off will be to Boschert's right. Sorry, Jason.
I think I have to apologize to you on that one.
No, that's okay. For the Cardinals, Campion at the left point, slides that one across. Now Campion again, his shot's tipped over the top of the goal. Blake Holmes alertly plays that with the paw to the right wing corner. Clearing attempt comes up the boards, and the Yellow Jackets will send that all the way down the ice with 1:10 to go, and the minor penalty to Terry Ryder, which was for cross-checking, by the way. Campion leaves it behind his net for Callahan Noss. Being watched by C.J. Walker. Noss.
He can stay back there as long as he wants.
Yeah, go ahead and help us kill this off. You just took off a good 25 seconds there. Finally, the Cardinals come back to center. Tushy up the left side. He's got a left circle. Carries behind the net, being pestered there, and finally knocked off the play by Dvorny. Clearing attempt held in at the right point. Now down low, right side of the net. The shot stopped by Boschert. Rebound was there, and it's going to be pushed wide. And Dvorny will get enough on that to hop it off the stick of the defender, Warner Young, and it comes to neutral ice with 20 seconds left in the power play. Inside the Yellow Jacket blue line, Dvorny gets it on the backhand, and he'll flip that out into the neutral zone. Cardinals regrouping and picking up speed. Callahan Noss into the Yellow Jacket zone. Chopped good there by Matt Francois. And the arms stay down. Boy, Jackets got away with that one for sure. Now the clearing attempt comes to Roosevelt. He tried to knock it out of the zone, but it's held in. Ryder back out of the penalty box now, so the Yellow Jackets have killed it off. Sent the other way, and it's going to be an icing call as Colin Pedersen, boy, I thought he might have snuck in front of the defender there, but I'll give the linesman the benefit of the doubt. He's at a little bit of a better angle than we're at here.
Puck barely made it across the extended goal line there.
Face-off will be to the left of Jack Boschert. 2:08 to play here in the first. Cardinals controlling. Comes behind the Yellow Jacket net. It's going to be out of the reach of Case and Cruz. Jackets go to clear and not out. In the slot, between the circles, Cruz had it caught up in his skates. Puck comes over to the right wing boards where Luke Scioli's got it now. Long shot comes in, and the save is going to be made and held by Jack Boschert. So the Cardinals kind of asserting themselves a little bit more here in this, the waning minutes of this first period, Jason. That power play did them some good.
Yeah, it did. Picked up the pace for them a little bit. Just some little details for UWS there, but they'll clean it up.
Face off here to Boschert's left. Under 2 to play, first period, 1-0 Yellow Jackets. Feels good to say that. It's only the second time all year the Jackets have had a lead. Carrying it to center, Dauphiné. They'll dump it down into the St. Mary's zone. Behind the net, Clemenson has it hop off his stick. Clemenson in the left wing corner, being pressured there by Scioli. Clemenson gets free. Clemenson tried to center, it was blocked. Then Boone Matheson was knocked onto his back as he tried to corral the loose puck. Coming the other way now, Clay Allen's got it for St. Mary's. Allen Comes across the Yellow Jacket line, pushes it toward the net. It goes wide, and Danziger will scoop that one up. Back the other way now come the Jackets. Dauphiné knocked off the play. Danziger regains control. 1 minute to go here now in this first period. As the puck is at the Yellow Jacket blue line, Stark pokes it away from trouble, and it comes down to St. Mary's territory. Cardinals right back the other way. Hot potato right now. Nobody seems to want to possess that for too long. Now a steal. C.J. Walker up the right side. Walker into the zone. Walker spinorama. Gets knocked down. Still gets a shot away, and the save made by Ruskowski. C.J. Walker showing some good presence of mind there to stay with that one. Tushy back the other way across the Yellow Jacket line. A weak shot in on goal. Stopped by Boschert. He'll hold. And the pushing and shoving will ensue once again at the top of the Yellow Jacket goal crease. But C.J. Walker, the nifty little spin move there, Jason, nearly made it 2-0.
Yes, another good chance for the senior there. Spun around the defender to get back to the net, got knocked down, but then stuck with the puck, like you said, from his knees, managed to shove a backhander on goal and create a nice scoring opportunity there. He's been another one of the Jackets who's been really good tonight. Defensive zone face-off coming. Just a tick under 25 seconds left in the period here. Chris Ishmael to take the draw for UWS.
Jackets control it here as Pettersson speeds away the other direction now. Pettersson across the line. Cuts to the middle, over to the right circle. Drops it off for Bergstrom, a shot. And that's going to be gloved and held by Ruskowski. And now pushing and shoving on the other end.
Definitely a couple of frustrated teams here. You can tell with some of the activity after the whistle. Clawing and fighting hard to get the W. I think both teams know how important this one is tonight.
Looks like the Jackets are going to go shorthanded as Ishmael is going to go to the box.
Boy, I did not really see an imbalance of activity there that would lead to one team getting a power play out of that skirmish.
Yeah, that was equal opportunity there, so
officials see it differently than I did on that one.
Usually they take one each way in that situation. I think that's what Coach McKenna is saying to referee Clayton Smith, going, you know what? You can't have an instance like that where only one guy is going to the box. But at any rate, second power play for St. Mary's. They control it in the offensive zone, in the high slot. It comes down low. Tushy on the doorstep, they score. Wow, did the Yellow Jackets get lulled to sleep there. First power play goal of the season for St. Mary's, so glad we could break that slump for them.
Bit of a mistake by Troy Quinn there. Got the puck down in the corner. Didn't really have any pressure on him. And with the seconds ticking away in the period, really could have just eaten that puck in the corner. Instead, he tried to play it up the ice and ended up playing it right to St. Mary's, and they were able to quickly turn it around and generate a tap-in goal out of it.
1956, the time of the goal. Bud Winter will get it. His third. Tushy and Theraldson the assists. And what in the world happened there? He had an issue with the clock. They didn't start the clock in time, so the referees blow it dead and call an end to the first period. And that was another one of those kind of tale of two periods, Jason, as Yellow Jackets again with a really nice start, unable to sustain it for the full 20 minutes.
Right, and power play is definitely playing a role there. That first penalty coming to Terry Ryder, and they were able to dodge that bullet, but then the next one they couldn't. Doubly frustrating, given that, as we discussed, it didn't really seem like a situation where Chris Ishmael did anything more than any of the St. Mary's players did in that skirmish to deserve the penalty. Tough to go shorthanded there, and obviously very tough to give up a goal in the final 5 seconds of the period. But all in all, a good period for UWS. Need to just kind of wipe it away, come back out here, tie game now, start from scratch. They're doing a lot of good things, just have to build on it.
One period in the books here at Westman Arena. Yellow Jackets and St. Mary's tied 1-1. We'll take a timeout and come back with our first intermission, sponsored by Hovland Incorporated, right after this. You're listening to Yellow Jacket Hockey on 91.3 KUWS Superior.
has been serving families throughout Superior and the surrounding area since 1888. As one of the very first funeral directing establishments in the area, today we continue to support our community by offering the finest services. With professionalism and attention to detail, we provide personalized full burial and cremation services, along with monument and marker sales. From pre-planning to the service, our kind and caring staff will guide your family through this difficult time and help you through every step.
Our family is honored to serve yours here at Downs Funeral and Cremation Services.
Celebrating the life of your loved one, we will ensure that they are truly honored.
Minutes, and Jason was definitely the glass half full guy and as we headed into the break by saying, there's a lot of good stuff there. And just some stuff that has to be polished up a little bit, I guess. And I was looking at it a little bit differently, just going, man, you had that lead and you had an opportunity to just get out of the period and got completely mesmerized by the puck and following things around a little bit during that power play, and it ends up in the back of your net. And it kind of goes with what Coach said. Every time this team makes a mistake right now, it ends up in their net.
Right, yeah, exactly. Just a small mistake in the defensive zone, ended up in the back of the net, and kind of foils almost an entire good period of hockey for UWS.
Yellow Jackets actually got one early, about 5 minutes in, only to have that one taken away due to the man in the crease call on the Yellow Jackets, and that was unfortunate. That was a really nice power play goal, but then they were finally able to punctuate that good start on the power play at the 15-minute mark. Terry Ryder scoring his first of the season, first as a Yellow Jacket, by the way, assisted by Dusty Bergstrom, an absolute bomb from the right circle.
Yeah, caught it absolutely perfect on the one-timer there, blasted it home, like we talked about. Ended that scoreless drought, got UWS the lead. All good things to start with.
1-0 Yellow Jackets on the power play marker. Then the Jackets take a couple of penalties back-to-back. They were able to kill off the first one, but that's kind of that was the reset button for St. Mary's, I think. They had that power play time. They kept it in the offensive zone. They were a different team after that first power play.
Yeah, and I think at one point the shots were like 14-3 in favor of UWS, and then those power plays did change the game for St. Mary's. Now the shots are 15-9. Obviously the score is tied at 1-1. Power plays definitely turned the momentum of that period for St. Mary's.
Yeah, the second power play coming late in the period with only 15 seconds to go, and St. Mary's didn't need the whole thing. They were actually able to get the equalizer before the period ended. You talked about it, Troy Quinn, with that opportunity. Just eat the puck in that situation. Don't leave it there. Just eat the puck. Don't make the play, and he did, and then it ends up in the net.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It looks really easy from up here, but you've played the game. You know those situations. You're a little bit tired. Your mind's racing a little bit. You're on a penalty kill. Things haven't necessarily been going great for the team, and you get that puck, and I don't want to say he panicked with it, but I think if he had it to do over again, he'd recognize that there was no pressure on him and very little time remaining on the clock, and all he had to do was just sit there in the corner with it and let them come to him. He didn't have to try to make a play. Instead, he tried to move it up the boards and ends up resulting in a turnover, and then one pass later, it's in the back of the net on a tip-in.
Yeah, one pass essentially beat three of the penalty killers there. They had a 2-on-0 in tight, and Bud Winter off the right post just had to redirect that one. His third goal this season, Colin Tushy and Kellen Theraldson get the assists, and we are tied 1-1 after one period of play. Shots on goal in the first period favoring the Yellow Jackets at 15-9. Penalties in the game, St. Mary's has taken 3 for 6 minutes. The Yellow Jackets have taken 2 penalties for 4 minutes. Yellow Jackets 1 for 3 on the power play. St. Mary's is 1 for 2. Yellow Jackets with 5 shots on the power play in that first period, Jason. St. Mary's, who had 2 minutes and 10 seconds of power play time, 4 shots on goal. So almost half of their shots on net coming with the man advantage.
Right, yeah, like you said, that really highlights what a big difference those power plays made for the Cardinals.
First period of the books here at Westman Arena. Yellow Jackets and St. Mary's tied 1-1. We'll take a break and come back with more of our first intermission, sponsored by Hovland Incorporated, right after this. You're listening to Yellow Jacket Hockey on 91.3 KUWS Superior.
Real meat for real life. Artisanal sausages and meat snacks. Handcrafted and authentically smoked in small batches. That's our passion here at Wenzel's Farm, and we've been doing it this way for over 70 years. Carefully crafted by people just like you, right here in Marshfield, Wisconsin. Our meat snacks reach customers across the country. Innovation and passion from amazing team members who are dedicated to producing quality products has made us who we are today. Wenzel's Farm. Real meat for real life.
To us, 2 diamond jewelry, a diamond for our love, and a diamond for the life we share. To the woman I will love forever, to our past and to our future.
Kimmis Oil has been a local, family-owned and operated business since 1935, offering quality tire installation services. We're a full-service tire shop offering tire repair or replacement services at the most affordable prices. Trust us to take care of your car's brake repair needs. Our technicians have the right set of skills and expertise to take care of the problems that your car is experiencing. For more information, give us a call today and see what we can do for you.
By Hovland Incorporated, the Yellow Jackets and St. Mary's deadlocked 1-1 after 20 minutes of play. Elsewhere around UW Superior today, the Yellow Jacket men's basketball team victorious in their second game of the Merrill Thompson Classic. 75-70 the final there. Javon Walker going off the rubber duck with 38 points in the game today, going 14 of 23 from the field, including 2 of 3 from outside. Also had 6 rebounds and 4 steals and an assist and a block. So Javon Walker, the senior from Rocher in Texas, having himself a game there, 38 points. Half of the scoring, courtesy of Javon Walker, as the Yellow Jacket men's basketball team victorious 75-70 over River Falls. Good chance Walker probably going to be UMAC Player of the Week after that performance there. Yellow Jacket women's basketball team falling, and that one just going final 53-50 to Denison. They're playing down in the, I can't remember the name of it now, the preseason or the season opening tournament at the University of Chicago. And the Yellow Jackets making a little bit of a road trip to start off the season and falling 53-50. Charlotte Firstel with 16 points, the freshman leading the Yellow Jackets there. Elise Bessinen adding 11 points as they're the 2 Yellow Jackets in double figures today. The Yellow Jacket volleyball team, they're down 2-0 here to Northwestern in the UMAC title game going on down at the Erickson Center on the campus of the University of Northwestern. Jackets dropping the opening set 25-11. The second set 25-13. Northwestern attacking at a 466 clip through 2 sets. Hard to beat that.
That's being very terminal.
That is. It's terminal. It's efficient. I mean, it's that's impressive. So 33 kills they have through 2 sets. Abby Glanzer, the conference offensive player of the year, 14 kills through 2 sets there for Northwestern. They're the number 5 ranked team in the country. They went to the Final Four a year ago, and they look poised to go back to the NCAA tournament, 1 set away from polishing off the Yellow Jackets in the UMAC championship game. So good team that she's got there. Really good team. We talked about that last night with how fertile the ground for volleyball is in the state of Minnesota, not just at the collegiate level, but all the way down. And what was the number? The state, they are the 5th
most populous state for girls high school volleyball players. That would be Minnesota.
I never would have guessed that. I mean, I would think Sunbelt for some reason. I don't know why, but it seems like it surprises me. It really, really does. Elsewhere for the Yellow Jackets this afternoon, we talked about it briefly in the pregame. We'll touch on it again. Yellow Jacket men's soccer team falling in the first round of the NCAA tournament today, losing at St. Olaf. 7-1 was the final there. Yellow Jacket women's soccer team was at UW La Crosse. They fall in the first round of the NCAA tournament, 1-0 as they lost to UW La Crosse. The Yellow Jacket women's hockey team, they were up 2-1 late, 3 minutes away from knocking off UW Eau Claire, who was the number 9 team in the nation coming into today. Unfortunately, they couldn't hold on to that lead as Eau Claire got the equalizer with the empty net, then added a power play goal, then scored in the Yellow Jacket empty net. All of that happening in the final 2 minutes and 40 seconds of regulation. Eau Claire with a 4-2 win over the Yellow Jackets there. Men's cross country, they finished off their season today as they placed 20th at the NCAA Midwest Regional down at Whitetail Golf Course in Colfax, Wisconsin. I got it, Craig. I got it. And the women, meanwhile, they finished 23rd on the same course at the NCAA Midwest Regional, so their season coming to an end as well. So it looks like fall sports will be wrapping up officially here this evening, with the lone exception being men's golf, because they have several more months before they get to play in the national tournament. We're a little under 4 minutes away from the start of the second period. Yellow Jackets and St. Mary's tied 1-1. We'll take a break and come back with a drop of the puck in the middle frame right after this. You're listening to Yellow Jacket Hockey on 91.3 KUWS Superior and the iFan Sports Network. Yellow Jackets and St. Mary's tied 1-1 after 20 minutes of play. He is Jason Roan. I am John Garver, and this is Yellow Jacket Hockey at Westman Arena in Superior. Yellow Jackets hoping to close out the weekend with a victory, their first of the season. Fortunately, they closed it out with a goal. So it was nice to see the scoreless drought go by the boards. These 176 minutes and 26 seconds, putting them about 35 minutes away from a new school record. So thankfully we don't have to worry about that anymore.
Yeah, if I'm Coach McKenna, I like that first period, despite the fact that we end up coming out of it tied at 1-1. Like what we saw, using the feet, creating, attacking in the offensive zone, just clean up a couple details in the defensive zone, and stay out of the skirmishes, stay out of the box. Things should work out for UWS if they can follow that script the rest of the way.
8 saves for Jack Boschert in the first. He will tend to the goal to our right. On the other side, A.J. Ruskowski, a little busier, 14 saves. He defends the goal to our left. The Yellow Jackets win the opening face-off of the second period and dump it into the offensive zone. It's tied up on the right wing side. Boone Matheson putting the lumber into the chest of somebody. The puck finally worked free. Turned over at the right side of the net. Dauphiné, a shot, and that just goes through the goal mouth. Great opportunity for freshman Justin Dauphiné, and that one missed by inches on that left post. Puck dumped down into the Yellow Jackets zone now. Dusty Bergstrom around the left wing boards for Roosevelt. He tips that one ahead. Dauphiné gets it into St. Mary's territory. And the Cardinals will quickly transition back the other direction. Vaughn on the right wing. Gets across the line. And the Cardinals will be whistled for the offside.
The subtleties of accurate passing there.
Yes.
That one was just not in the skates of the St. Mary's player, but didn't lead him either, and it forced him to get a little east-west through the neutral zone, and just enough to be offside.
Face off just outside the Yellow Jacket blue line here, controlled by the Jackets again. Bergstrom off the left wing glass, bouncing puck knocked down in the neutral zone by Palinger for St. Mary's. Theraldson just inside his own line, gives it over to Callahan-Noss. Now back for Theraldson, who crosses the red and dumps it in. Comes down left corner. Terry Ryder, the goal scorer for the Yellow Jackets, gets there first, feeds up the right wing to Reed Stark, who will chip that on the backhand to neutral ice. Theraldson for St. Mary's. His pass broken up by Francois. Now Schroeder avoided the crashing down Reed Stark and was able to start St. Mary's the other way across the Yellow Jacket line. Shot taken from just inside the line by Palinger, and the save made by Boschert. He'll hold on.
Not the smoothest save there. That one rattled around a little bit, but he was able to corral it, absorb it, and not allow a rebound, which was key there with a St. Mary's player cruising into the slot looking for that rebound.
Face-off will be to Boschert's left, 18:27 to play here. Second period, we're tied 1-1. Good face-off win there by Chris Ishmael. Puck comes out to neutral ice. Yellow Jackets on the left wing, Dvorny. Gets it across the line, but then back the other way come the Cardinals. Campion, right circle, takes the shot gloved out of the air by Boschert. Kind of baited Campion into taking that shot and then snared it with the trapper.
Yeah, that was scary for us. We had a great angle on it. We could see that hole he was leaving there in the upper corner to the glove side. But I think you're right. He was looking for him to shoot it there, and he was quick with the glove.
Well, because I'm sitting there going, you're off your angle. You're off your angle. Cardinals have the puck behind the Yellow Jacket, and on the doorstep, the shot, and Boschert makes the save there as Campion was there and it came across the grain, and Boschert was leaning a bit to the right and got back to the left quickly enough to make the save. And then we're going to get a stoppage in play as the Cardinals played the puck with a high stick.
Good chances for the Cardinals to start off this period, needing some key saves from Boschert.
Face-off will be to the right of Ruskowski. Jackets win the draw. Bergstrom over Whitehouse. A shot from the right point and a stick save Ruskowski. He'll tip that into the netting for a stoppage.
Nice face-off win for Brady Clemenson there. He's 1 for 2 in that category in the first period and 1 for 1 so far in the second. He'll get another chance here.
Face-off coming this time to the left of Ruskowski. And this time the Cardinals control. And this time the stoppage comes as the puck goes out of play. We'll do it again to Ruskowski's left.
Clemenson, the lefty, taking the draw on the right circle here for the second time. Didn't work out as well as it did in the other circle.
Cardinals control the draw once again. They'll wrap it around the boards behind the net up the right side. It's played to center now, and Scioli dumps it into the Yellow Jacket zone, and he's going to draw a penalty.
This is a complete accident. Dusty Bergstrom's face, his hook on his helmet, got tangled up with the face mask, the visor on the St. Mary's player.
And that's what he's pleading right now.
And that's what he's trying to explain to the officials. He's going to get called for interference, and he's saying, there was nothing I could do. They literally accidentally locked face masks, and it snapped the St. Mary's player around and dropped him to the ice.
I've seen that a couple times where the masks somehow get locked together. Jed Carlson, the photographer from the Superior Telegram, many years ago caught one when the Yellow Jacket women were playing Adrian and the helmets were stuck together. And they score just like that.
Shot from the point there by 5, Theraldson. Just easy face-off win. Theraldson cruised across between the dots up high, fired a wrist shot that got through. I don't think Boschert had a very good look at that at all because he didn't really react until it was past him.
2:30 of the second period, the time of the power play goal, and the Cardinals have a 2-1 lead now. that power play taking 6 seconds, so 16 seconds of power play time, the last two. And the Cardinals have capitalized. When it rains, it pours.
Just the most unfortunate power play ever.
This was number 5, Kellen Cardleson. He gets an assist on the goal from number 20, Jack Campion.
So Campion with the assist, and then the Cardinals right back on the attack, and Boschert able to cover up and hold on. And that's a testament to why faceoffs are so important.
Right. That easy, clean win, and then a good look. Ends up in the back of your net. Tough break for the Yellow Jackets.
Face-off control by St. Mary's again as they are kind of exerting things on the Jackets a bit. In the slot, a quick shot. That one's going to be broken up in traffic. Now it's loose in front of the net. Dauphiné picks it up and comes back the other way for the Yellow Jackets. Dauphiné around one man. Dauphiné going after the puck. Pokes it around the defender. Comes into the right circle. A shot taken there by Matheson, and the save is made by Ruskowski. Back the other way now, St. Mary's with new power up the left wing. He centers. It's loose in the right circle. Yellow Jackets are going to come back on the attack with Matheson. Matheson across the line. He'll dump it in. It comes back behind the goal. And the Cardinals come back on the attack with Allen. Allen on the right wing sends it in. Terry Ryder for the Yellow Jackets. Plays it for Troy Quinn. Quinn now passes up on the left wing. CJ Walker. That center cuts all the way across the ice, has it poked off his stick. He'll feed it up the left wing for Reed Stark, and Stark dumps it in. Blake Arneson behind the net. Passes that one to the right wing side, and it comes back to neutral. Quinn breaks that up. Goes over to the right wing, out of the reach of Francois, but he does catch up to it and feeds it ahead for Walker. And that's a penalty on Matt Francois. That is just a stupid play. And the Jackets are going to go shorthanded again.
Exactly what UWS didn't need to do. Take a silly retaliatory penalty behind the play.
So now we're kind of looking at the player's still down.
He got speared in the back of the leg.
And I mean, I know what he was doing in trying to get under the skin a little bit, but that was a dangerous play.
Yeah.
And there's a discussion going on right now at the scorer's table. Are they only going to go? Maybe are they going to go more than two? They very well could.
Yeah, I mean, this is a dirty, predatory play. There's as accidental as the previous situation was with Dusty Bergstrom getting his face mask locked up with the other guy accidentally. This was the opposite of that.
Long discussion going on, and typically when discussions go this long, they don't bode well for the penalized player. So we will wait and see what the call will be, but Jackets are going to be shorthanded for at least two, and it wouldn't shock me if it was longer. As we wait. It is a major. 5-minute major on Matt Francois, and a team that just hung 2 power play goals on you. You're going to give them a 5-minute power play here. We'll wait for the announcement. I don't know if they're going to call slash, a spear, or what it's going to be, but Jackets got to come up with something special here now, and they finally win the face-off, and they'll send that all the way down the ice. Ishmael behind the goal. Gets knocked off the play, and the Cardinals will come back to center with it here. At the red line, Winter.
Assessed on the Yellow Jackets, number 26, Matt Francois, receiving 5 minutes for slashing.
So it is a slash. In the high slot, Theraldson sends it over to the left circle. A shot hits traffic in front, and Colin Pedersen will send that all the way down the ice.
Big block from Dusty Bergstrom there. Allows the Jackets to get the line change.
4:13 was the time of the penalty, by the way. As we pass the 5-minute mark now of the second period, 2-1 St. Mary's, and they have just over 4 minutes to go in the major penalty. Smeal at the right point. Slides that one over to the left wing side. Now for the Cardinals, All the way up the blue line, down over to the right circle. Palinger with a one-timer that's going to go wide. Jackets go to clear, and that's going to go up into the St. Mary's bench. Was it assisted by Warner Young along the wall, or did that one go out on its own? They're going to say it went off a St. Mary's player, so neutral zone face-off coming your way.
If Cooper Smeal is the son of Stan, he's a lot taller than his dad was at 6'2".
From the neutral zone now, it's taken by Warner Young and dumped into Yellow Jacket territory. Puck squirts loose right wing side. Pettersson to clear. It's held in, and they're going to call a hand pass on St. Mary's. Noah Kemel is saying, no, man, it went off my leg. And referee Clayton Smith going, no, man, I am the jury, and I think it hit your hand.
Whether I'm right or not, that's what the call is.
So the faceoff comes outside the Yellow Jacket line. St. Mary's controls the faceoff. They've kind of got control of the game right now, even though it's only a one-goal game. This has been all them in the second period. Theraldson from the left point walks it to the middle. Theraldson in the high slot. Slides it back over left circle. Back up top. Theraldson winds and fires. It's blocked by Ishmael. Yellow Jackets get enough on it to clear. Ishmael breaks it up at neutral, and he'll settle it down for the Jackets here. Playing it back for Devorny. Over to the right side for Danziger. Don't hold it too long, gentlemen. Let's just get it all the way down and get that line change that we both need. Theraldson starts up ice with 3 minutes left in the major penalty. Theraldson dishes it over for Campion on the left. He'll dump it into the Yellow Jacket zone. Dauphiné gets a hold of that one. It pops straight up in the air, and Walker's got it. C.J. Walker shorthanded. Walker on the breakaway. The shot save. Rebound was there. And now we're going to get a stoppage. There's going to be a penalty for hacking on C.J. Walker. I thought maybe are they going to look at the shot potentially, or are they going to call the penalty? And I think at this instance, I'd rather have the penalty because it's going to nullify the bulk of this power play now.
That's a good point. Walker with another good scoring chance there, using his speed to create an opportunity. It seemed like the puck kind of jumped over his stick when he went to make the shot in the deke on the goaltender, and he almost ended up scoring on the non-shot. It like flipped over his stick and went against the grain, but the goalie was able to get a pad on it and keep it out of the net.
6:25 of the second period, the time of the penalty. Slashing on Kellen Theraldson. Or 4-on-4 here for the next 2 minutes. We all know how the 4-on-4 looked last night. Hopefully, it can only get better, right?
That's true.
I feel like with all this stuff, it can only get better right now. Shots 18-12 Yellow Jackets, but the Cardinals with a 2-1 lead. They've definitely been in control of things here in the second period. They have the puck now. Blake Arneson sends it up on the right wing. Jake Vaughn tips it into the Yellow Jacket zone. Terry Ryder's got it now. Ryder had it, then lost it. It comes up to the blue line. Held here by the Cardinals. Warner Young. Over for Vaughn, right circle, a shot. Boschert the save, rebound up the slot. Picked up by Dauphiné, and he'll come back the other way. Wanted to give to Terry Ryder, but that's intercepted. And Carter Newpower back the other way, and his shot will be tipped and go up over the glass and out of play.
Good stick there by Troy Quinn. Tipping that shot up and out of play. Jackets will change up their 4 here. Bergstrom back out on D.
Face-off will be to Boschert's right. Jackets win the draw this time. Comes around to the left wing boards for Stark. He'll throw it back for Blake Holmes. Comes to neutral. Cardinals get it back. Across the Yellow Jacket line, Smeal with a shot, saved by Boschert. Smeal left corner, throws it behind the net now. Devorny up the right, or left wing boards rather, has the puck taken away from him. In the neutral zone now, it's controlled here by the Cardinals. Smeal across the line with a nice little lead pass there. Loudon Palinger had it, now the Jackets come back the other way. Pass ahead by Bergstrom, gets it to Terrien. Terrien into the slot, the shot taken by Matheson and a pad save by Raskowski. Really good opportunity there for the freshman out of Toma. Meanwhile, back the other way, Palinger has it. Loudon Palinger for St. Mary's. Working around behind the net. Dusty Bergstrom takes him into the wall. Puck must be underneath Palinger. And we're going to get a stoppage in play.
Referee indicating that puck's going to come outside the zone for the faceoff.
19 seconds left in the minor penalty to Kellen Theraldson. 1:06 to go in the major penalty to Matt Francois. 11:53 remaining. Second period, 2-1 St. Mary's.
Feels like Francois has been in the penalty box for a half an hour.
Oh, that's a long time to feel shame. Behind the yellow jacket net, Liam Whitehouse has it there. He passes up the right wing for Pedersen, who gets bumped off the play. Cardinals will regain control, and Bud Winter flips it into yellow jacket territory. Boschert elects to cover, and he'll hang on.
Looks like Ishmael will be taking the draw here for UWS. Faceoff's going to come to Boschert's right.
Controlled by the Cardinals. Beating the Jackets up in the circle pretty good here. Theraldson out of the box, so the power play is back for the next 40 seconds. Theraldson's got the puck in the high slot, feeds it off, left circle. Campion tried to stick handle around Blake Holmes, but he does a good job to knock him off the puck and then send it all the way down the ice. Yellow Jackets will change their forwards on the PK here with 25 to go in the power play. Theraldson from behind his net, crosses the red line. Into the Yellow Jacket zone, coughs it up there, and Blake Holmes will rifle that all the way down. Dauphiné picking up speed to go after that puck. Raskowski out, passes it behind the goal. It comes up the right wing, and it's going to be stolen there by Dauphiné. Then he loses the handle on it, but Walker picks it up. He'll dump it in, and that'll just about do it. The final seconds tick off. Francois comes out of the box, so the penalty kill, aided by the slashing penalty on St. Mary's, able to kill this one off. Bergstrom behind his own net for the Yellow Jackets here. Throws that ahead at center. Walker had to try to stay onside. Wasn't able to make a play on the puck, and St. Mary's will get it back. Now it's broken up in the high slot. Roosevelt. Daniel Roosevelt down to the right corner. Taken there by Walker up top. Right point Danziger, left point Bergstrom. He feeds it down low. Comes off the end boards to the right wing corner. Walker had it. Walker still battling at the right side of the net. It's still loose behind the goal. Roosevelt in the wraparound attempt at the right side. That's not going to go. Walker's got it. Out front, Dauphiné right circle, a shot. That just misses wide. Now on the left wing boards, Bergstrom for the Jackets. Absorbs the hit and gets it to Roosevelt. Up top, Danziger pulls and fires, and that hits traffic in front. Pedersen for the Jackets on the right side. Leaves it for Roosevelt now. Daniel Roosevelt had it, lost it. Cardinals regaining control. They need a whistle here because they are dead tired. In the high slot, Bergstrom does a good job to hold the zone now. Bergstrom left circle, the shot tipped in front by Pedersen. And a save, Raskowski. In the high slot, Ishmael down low. Terrian lets a shot go, he scores! Oh, what an awesome shift that was! And the Jackets bury it to tie the game.
Maybe the best shift of the season for UWS there. Just hounding the puck, and Dusty Bergstrom with a tremendous play on that attempted clearing pass to go down to a knee and keep the puck in the zone and end up creating an opportunity.
Oh, just a relentless forecheck from the Yellow Jackets there. Love to see Tristan Terrian get rewarded, but boy, you cannot overstate what Dusty Bergstrom did there. That was a big-time play.
He was highly involved on the offensive end, decided to take a chance there, and in that situation, it definitely worked out in the Yellow Jackets' favor.
What a goal for the Yellow Jackets there, and let's then keep it going, but unfortunately they lose the face-off, and it comes right back into their grill down there. Boschert coverage to hold, face-off coming in the Yellow Jacket zone.
Yeah, as you mentioned, face-offs have been one-sided in this one in favor of St. Mary's, at least here in the second period.
Face-off controlled by the Cardinals in the Yellow Jacket zone. That one goes wide.
His first goal of the season, number 22, Tristan Terrian. He gets an assist on the goal from number 23, Chris Ishmael. That goal coming in.
Are they going to say that was played with a high stick, or are we going to get a player called for high sticking?
Faceoffs moving all the way deep into the St. Mary's zone. to the right of Ruskowski.
They're going to really play it with a high stick.
Francois out of the box and now taking the face-off for UWS. Centering Stark and Walker here. Looks like we're going to timeout.
Yeah, the media timeout will come up here now. So 8:59 to go, second period. It's 2-2. What a great shift. I can't stop thinking. There was so much good happening there. And I made the comment that they needed a line change. And that was right around the time that puck started coming out. And Dusty Bergstrom was probably almost closer to the red line than the offensive blue line. He saw what was happening and got on his horse to make sure that thing stayed in the zone. He deserves an assist on that goal.
He played it a bit like a free safety. Like you said, he kind of had the deep middle coverage there. Puck went high in the air on the attempted clearing pass, and he read it, jumped the route, stepped into it, blocked it, and ended up creating some offense for UWS. Huge play for the Yellow Jackets. Great sequence for UWS. Tremendous work all around. Every player on the ice just hounding the puck on the forecheck. Really good sequence for UWS. Hopefully they can build off that.
I'm thinking back to the play here, and it's just about every player did something on that shift that contributed to that goal. Roosevelt broke up the play down below the goal line. C.J. Walker kept it alive so that nobody could freeze that puck or clear it. There was just so much that happened on that shift.
Yeah, a great team goal for sure.
Jackets control the face-off. Holmes with a shot left point. No traffic in front, so the 6'6" Ruskowski will have no problem grabbing that one. And he'll hold on.
Francois with a good face-off win there for UWS. Gets knotted up with Smeal after the play and exchanges some pleasantries.
Jackets control it again. Terry Ryder gets hauled down. Play continuing on. You got to be kidding me.
Wow.
You're going to call Dusty Bergstrom because his mask gets stuck to somebody else, and that was a bona fide trip. And play continuing on. The puck in the Yellow Jacket zone. Shot from the left side is going to miss wide. It comes all around the boards now to the right wing corner. Up to the right point, Theraldson. Over to the left point. Now a long shot blocked in front by Blake Holmes. Jackets get control and they clear. And then a long shot will come in. It's going to be smothered by Boschert. And a face-off coming in Yellow Jacket territory. 8:17 remaining here in this second period. Yellow Jackets and St. Mary's tied 2-2.
Francois separating Smeal from his stick for a second time on that shift. Separated without any further incident. Winter on to take the draw here.
Face off to Boschert's left, controlled again by St. Mary's. Shot from the blue line by Clay Allen gets blocked. It comes around behind the net. Gets away from the forechecker, and Dvorny's got it for the Yellow Jackets. He'll send it up on the left wing. Roosevelt tried to clear. He couldn't, but Dauphiné did. At the red line, Roosevelt sweeps that one down into the St. Mary's zone. Allen giving chase, pursued by Matheson. Dauphiné in there as well. Probably the best game we've seen out of Justin Dauphiné so far this season. He's been all over it tonight. A lot of Yellow Jackets, I feel like, are having their best games of the year tonight.
Yeah, a lot of positives in this one so far.
It comes over to the right wing side. Whitehouse thought about it, took off, but then thought twice about it, and he was able to hold the zone. And the Jackets, I thought they were going to get away with a hand pass there because he clearly shoveled that one forward. Instead, it will be a face-off here just outside the St. Mary's line.
That was a good try by Whitehouse. The way he was tied up along the boards, he didn't have a whole lot of option. He kind of put the only thing on it he could to keep it in the zone, but unfortunately ended up being a hand pass.
In the neutral zone now, the Cardinals have it. They come across the Yellow Jacket line. Cruz with a shot from the right. Boschert the save. Rebound scooped up on the left wing, and Terrien back the other way. Terrien with a nice pass ahead for Pedersen, rather. Pedersen tried to work it to the front of the net, but he was tied up. Now Ishmael right circle a shot, and that one gets blocked in front as Terrien with a nice feed from the right wing corner. Back the other way come the Cardinals. 2-on-1 developing for them. They get it in the slot. A quick shot, and the save is going to be made by Boschert as Scioli waited things out and got the shot away in the slot, but a nice save by Boschert. Now he makes another one as the Cardinals assert themselves some more. Picked up on the right wing. Pedersen for the Yellow Jackets. He'll dump it in. Ruskowski out of his net, sets it up behind the goal, and it's going to be fed up to Cruz on the right wing. Rink wide feed on the left. Kiemel across the line. Bergstrom takes it away from him. Comes back to neutral ice and dumped into Yellow Jacket territory. Quinn bats that out of the air and starts it up the left wing for Clemenson. Clemenson now gives that one ahead. Austin Paul drove the net and tried to tuck it in on the right side, but it rolled off his stick. Paul still has it. Gets it to Morano. Don Morano leaves for Quinn left point. He played it toward the left side of the goal, but it's broken up there. Cardinals get it to neutral ice. Morano and Clemenson battle forward on the left wing boards. Warner Young gets it for St. Mary's. He'll dump it in. Whitehouse plays it right back to neutral ice. Cardinals again will dump it in. Whitehouse over to the left wing side for Quinn. As we've passed the 14-minute mark of the second period, we're tied at 2. Jackson Noss backs that one up, and a penalty coming. It's going to be on the Yellow Jackets. Morano, as he got his stick into the skates of the St. Mary's player.
Yeah, shifty little move there by Thoraldson, and unfortunately for the Yellow Jackets, they're going to go shorthanded.
Again. Tripping the call on Morano. Time of that one, 14-16 of the second period.
Just going fishing for the puck there, and came up with a pair of skates instead.
Fifth power play for the Cardinals. And that's unfortunate because you had the momentum, and now you've opened the door for them again. Zavorny tries to clear up the right wing. It doesn't go. Shot from their left side. Out front, a point-blank drive, and the save is going to be made by Boschert. As right alone in front was Tushy, and a good save by the freshman goaltender of the Yellow Jackets. Noss backs it up inside his own line. Callahan Noss passes that one to the left side, picks it up himself. He's ridden off the play by Zavorny. Quinn to clear. That one got tied up, or excuse me, it's Blake Holmes rather. He wanted the left side the first time, it didn't go. He tried the right, it doesn't go. He's tied up. Now Ishmael's tied up as well as he tried to get to that puck, and the Cardinals come out with it here. Noss. Callahan Noss on the right side, all the way over to the left wing. Campion up top. Thoraldson back to Campion, left circle. Out front for Tushy. The shot save, rebound, shot save. Now another opportunity right in the blue paint. And on the doorstep to clear was Blake Holmes. Oh, he saved a goal right there. Yellow Jackets are just really haphazard on this penalty kill. Now back the other way, Dauphiné. Justin Dauphiné dumps it into the St. Mary's zone and pursues shorthanded. Callahan Noss wraps him up and doesn't let him go for the puck, and play continuing on. Dare I say this is getting a tad one-sided with what is being allowed and what is being called. Jackets clear it all the way down, less than 30 seconds to go in the power play. On the right wing board, St. Mary's zone, Dauphiné had the puck, and then it went underneath the St. Mary's player. Worked out well for them, and now they come back the other direction across the Yellow Jacket line on the right wing side. Smeal takes the shot. It goes off Quinn up over the glass and out of play.
Poor Smeal. I mean, he had a great opportunity there, except UWS had an extra defenseman. It was the guy in stripes. I mean, he was like perfectly positioned between him and the goaltender. Smeal literally couldn't shoot the puck because he would have hit the referee.
I love when people yell at the officials to get out of the way. Where are they supposed to go?
Yeah, he just got caught in no man's land.
This isn't the 80s when the glass was only 2 feet. They could grab and climb and get out of the way. You can't do that anymore. St. Mary's wins the face-off. Yellow Jackets knock the player down, and they take off the other way. Penalty coming on St. Mary's. They're going to call interference on the Cardinals defender there, and honestly, that's a weak call, but they really didn't have a choice after letting the other one go down here.
Right. You had the sense that there was going to have to be an even up at some point, and there have been some instances where the St. Mary's defensemen have just chipped a little too long, a little too hard on those on-rushing forecheckers after they dump the puck in. This was probably not one of the most severe of those instances, but like you said, they've let a few go. They eventually had to call one because there's been borderline interference happening on a lot of these dump-ins.
Time of that penalty, 16:21 of the second period. Noah Kiemel for interference. Fourth power play for the Yellow Jackets. It's been a long time since they've had the man advantage. They win the face-off. Holmes has it here at the left point. Gives down the wall for Walker. Walker now back up to Holmes, and it hops over his stick and comes out to neutral. Yellow Jackets will have to reset.
What I don't
that
understand, I don't know, but why are we playing catch there? You're not even moving a defender by playing catch.
But I'm assuming that's what they're playing catch for, to try to get the defender to move. Walker on the left side. Up top for Holmes at the left point. Back down to Walker. He goes over right circle. Terrian tees up the wrister, and that gets blocked. Clearing attempt held in at the right point, by Austin Paul. Down the wall, Terrian back up to Paul. He comes off the boards, goes to the left point now. Holmes, and nowhere for him to go, so he forced a shot that got blocked. Terrian up top for Paul. Back to Terrian, right circle. Terrian, nifty move to get away from the checker, cuts in, lets a shot go from the right circle that just misses wide. Blake Holmes on the left wing. Carries down to the corner with less than a minute to go in the power play here. Terrian up top for Paul. Over to Holmes. Holmes tried to saucer a pass through a defender, and then they have to elevate and spike it out of the zone. And the Yellow Jackets forced to regroup. I don't understand that play at all. Holmes up the left wing, cuts to the middle now as he crosses the red line and feeds it ahead for Stark. Stark on the right wing, hits the brakes with 30 to go in the power play. Wrist shot from the right circle, tipped wide. Dauphiné on the left wing boards. He'll send that one around. Jackets have too many out there. Fortunately, they were able to recover. Dauphiné in the left circle. Into the slot, it's broken up. Jackets get it back. Bergstrom. Left circle. Dauphiné out front for Stark. He fans on it. Shot taken there. It's blocked. Still loose to the right side of the goal. Terry Ryder picks it up in the right corner. He fans on the pass and then picks it back up himself. Ryder in the high slot. Terry Ryder left circle. Leaves for Dauphiné. Penalized player back on. Bergstrom's got it, but he almost had his pocket picked by the player coming out of the penalty box. Got to have some awareness and know that guy is going to be coming. Stark behind the net. Left circle, Dauphiné, a shot, save Ruskowski, and the Cardinals will clear that. It bounces over the stick of Bergstrom and comes all the way down. Icing waved off as the Yellow Jackets will come back on the attack. Dangerous pass, but it works. Dauphiné to center now. Dauphiné across the line, left circle, plays it deep for Stark. Reed Stark behind the net. Stark in the right wing corner. Stark tried to center, but that one's intercepted, and back the other way the Cardinals come. Across the Yellow Jacket line, Palinger from the top of the right circle has his shot go wide. Reed Stark on the right wing. Gives to Dauphiné, who sidesteps the check. Palinger had him lined up for about 40 yards, and he missed. Now behind the St. Mary's net. The pass comes up the right wing, and carrying it to center here is Campion. He takes a shot from the right circle. Save made by Boschert. He'll hold on. And a face-off coming in Yellow Jacket territory, down to 38.7 seconds to play in the second period.
Nice job by Boschert absorbing that puck, not allowing a rebound. See if UWS can manage this final 40 seconds of the period a little better than they did in the first.
And they're going to take a penalty right off the face-off as Liam Whitehouse completely interfered with the man he was covering, so right around the same time, Yellow Jackets about to go shorthanded again.
Yeah, no doubt about that one. Just dropped the puck, and Whitehouse cross-checked his player into the boards without the puck. Completely wiped him out. I mean, it was emphatic.
Yeah, if you're going to interfere, I guess that's the way to do it.
100% eliminated him from the play.
19:24, the time of the penalty. 6th power play now for the Cardinals. They win the draw going forward with it.
Hey, we haven't talked a lot about Boschert, but he's been really good.
He's been good, yeah.
Big saves when the team needed him tonight. I mean, he's looked good.
Face-off controlled by the Cardinals. Again, a shot from the right circle, and Boschert the save. Jackets get enough on that to clear it out into the neutral zone, and it comes all the way down. Callahan Noss will chase it down. He'll circle back behind his net and start it ahead to center. Callahan Noss passes over to the left wing side, hitting the brakes there, Campion. His pass up to the left point finds nobody in a red sweater, and it'll come all the way back down. Ruskowski out of his net. Would have got a penalty in the NHL for wandering beyond the trapezoid. Meanwhile, back the other way. Tushy knocked off the play in the neutral zone by Chris Ishmael, and the horn sounds, bringing the second period to a close. The Yellow Jackets St. Mary's getting a power play goal early. The Yellow Jackets getting an equalizer midway through the period. But the Jackets, again, leaving that door open too much to let them seize the momentum because of the penalties. Way too much undisciplined play for the Yellow Jackets tonight.
Right, we talked about the importance of staying out of the box, and that was not an exemplary period in that regard for UWS. This third period could well hinge on UWS staying out of the penalty box, especially with the unnecessary penalties.
After 2 periods here at Westman Arena, the Yellow Jackets and St. Mary's tied 2-2. We'll take a timeout and come back with our second intermission, sponsored by Hovland Incorporated, right after this. You're listening to Yellow Jacket Hockey on 91.3 KUWS Superior and the iFan Sports Network. Jackets and St. Mary's deadlocked 2-2 after 40 minutes of play. I am John Garver. He is Jason Roan, and this has been an interesting contest tonight. It really has been, because it's followed that similar pattern of the Yellow Jackets having an unbelievable start, and then things kind of falling apart a little bit, and then they regain their footing, and then they just seem to give the other team some momentum again, and that's exactly what we saw here in this second period.
Yeah, 5-on-5, UWS has been really strong in this game. Had a little trouble killing these penalties off, but they've definitely showed some great things tonight. We've got two teams that are pretty evenly matched. Been very entertaining hockey game, good pace. UWS creating a lot more, being a lot more assertive offensively, and that's been really good to see.
1-1 after one period, then 2.5 minutes into the second period, St. Mary's scoring a power play goal. Kellen Theraldson, his second of the season from Jack Campion, and again, it had to do with not winning the faceoff.
Right, yeah, easy faceoff win, and then just a wrist shot from up high that found its way through, and definitely a painful goal for UWS to suffer. They obviously didn't want to fall behind, but just the way things had gone in the period up to that point, it was just kind of a gut punch to give up a goal right away like that.
2-1 in favor of St. Mary's early in the second period. Then the Yellow Jackets take a major penalty, which was the unfortunate thing, because just a retaliatory penalty. You could see it coming a mile away as he was heading back to the bench at the end of the shift, and you want to get another jab or two in on the guy, and unfortunately, he did it a little bit too well, as he did the spear in the back of the legs, knocking the skates out from underneath the player. He went down hard. He did get back up eventually, but he was down for a little while. And it ends up being a 5-minute major power play. They don't score on that power play. The Yellow Jackets killing off 3 minutes of it. Then they get the penalty on St. Mary's in there, which killed off the other two. So the Jackets were able to weather that little bit of a storm. Midway through the period, dynamite shift Absolutely incredible shift. Great work by C.J. Walker, great work by Terrian, great work by Ishmael, Bergstrom, Roosevelt, the whole team out there. And that got them the equalizer. But that was a dynamite shift of hockey.
Yeah, like you mentioned, everybody on the ice for UWS played a role in that goal. Everybody made a key play, even if it was something simple, like just pressuring the puck carrier and forcing a little bit of a quick play, to some bigger plays like Bergstrom pinching in and knocking that puck out of the air, that high flip that they tried to use to exit the zone, being able to create more offense and another opportunity. Everybody got involved on that one. A huge goal for UWS to get things back to even. And probably the best shift I've seen all year from them.
Yeah, it was a really, really good shift of hockey there for the Yellow Jackets. The big play, Bergstrom able to hold the zone, worked it into Ishmael in front, and then Tristan Terrian, Johnny on the spot from the left circle, scoring his first of the season. Ishmael's got the lone assist right now. Wouldn't surprise me if that got changed a little bit later on, and they add one for Dusty Bergstrom in there. But that was the tying goal, making it a 2-2 game. The Terrian, I'm really happy to see him get that one, frankly, because he played so well last night. We talked about it in the pregame. We talked about it during the intermission. You know, he was challenged, and he responded to the challenge, and he's having his best game of the season, maybe even his best game as a Yellow Jacket right here tonight.
He's been super involved, super fast. He's been great. Dauphiné as well has been very involved. His speed has been on display tonight. A lot of Yellow Jackets having big nights. Hopefully that'll end up resulting in a W, get their first one of the season here with a good solid 20 minutes in the third.
Shots on goal in the second period. The Yellow Jackets had 9 for a 2-period total of 24. St. Mary's had 13 for a 2-period total of 19. But obviously that being helped along by the penalties. Not so much the shots for St. Mary's. They only had 4 on the power play in that second period. But the lack of shots for the Yellow Jackets because they spent so much time killing penalties.
Right, yeah. Jackets have got to stay out of the box in this third period. They play well in 5-on-5 tonight, and the penalties haven't necessarily been the kind you needed to take, and that's what's really the killer here. If they can stay out of the box the rest of the way, they're going to have a pretty good shot in this game.
Saves in the period or in the hockey game so far. A.J. Ruskowski of St. Mary's, 22 saves for the Cardinals. At the other end, Jack Boschert, 20 saves for him. You commented a couple times in that period about, how well he's playing, considering it's his first game as a college goaltender. If I could say one thing, the rebound control maybe is a little bit where I wouldn't want it to be for a college goaltender, but I can accept it because his teammates have been able to get them out of there. But there's been a few too many that have just been kind of kicked up the slot a little bit.
Yeah, there was one in particular I can remember late.
You know the one I'm talking about.
Where he burped it right out into the slot, but fortunately the only 3 players there were his 3 teammates, so it was easy for them to be able to exit the zone after that. But yeah, rebound control will be a key for them, but he's made the big saves when they've needed him to make the big saves. Been really good with his legs tonight. Had some nice glove saves as well. We saw that one where he looked like he was kind of baiting the player to go high glove, and then he snatched it out of the air. So he's been doing a good job. At the other end, Ruskowski, he's been a little dangerous handling the puck tonight.
Yes, I'm glad you brought that up.
And if I'm the coaches in the UWS locker room, I'm saying, guys, if you have a chance to pressure him when he's trying to handle the puck, and you can do it without, putting yourself way out of position or in a bad spot, I would continue to try to apply a little bit of extra pressure to that goalie when he's trying to play it, because he's had some shaky misplays up to this point. It might end up resulting in a scoring chance, and that's one of those little things when you're fighting to create scoring chances. You do everything you can, and that might be a situation where, ordinarily you'll just sit back, let the goalie play the puck kind of in that situation and not risk kind of putting yourself in a situation where you got to go 190 feet back to cover on defense if you don't get him to burp it up. But in this case, with UWS scratching and clawing for every bit of offense they can get, I'd be applying as much pressure as I could reasonably without getting way out of position on that goalie when he's trying to play the puck.
Penalties in the game so far. The Yellow Jackets 6 penalties for 15 minutes. St. Mary's 5 penalties for 14 minutes. On the power play so far, the Jackets 1 for 4. St. Mary's 2 for 5, but they have 1 minute and 24 seconds carrying over into the third period on power play number 6. So it's been... I got to keep going back to the discipline thing here, because aside the first game of the season, that was just somebody hit the hornet's nest on that one. Third meeting in 3 weeks. The contempt was there, the venom was there, and there were a lot of penalties in that one. The next 3 games, the Jackets did a good job of staying out of the box. but now tonight not so much, and it's the needless penalties. Right. You know, the interference calls. I'll give Dusty Bergstrom a pass because what can you do when your helmet gets stuck to another guy? I'll give Chris Ishmael a pass because that's usually a situation where they take one each way and nobody goes shorthanded. Those are the two power plays that St. Mary's got goals on. That said, the interference penalties, you got to find a way to do without those.
Yeah, this is a team that UWS can beat, but not if they have to play shorthanded for the next 20 minutes of this game.
2 periods in the books here at Westman Arena. We're tied at 2. We'll take a break and come back with more of our second intermission, sponsored by Hovland Incorporated, right after this. You're listening to Yellow Jacket Hockey on 91.3 KUWS Superior. About 2.5 minutes away from the start of the third period. Yellow Jackets and St. Mary's tied 2-2 as the Yellow Jackets continue their search for win number 1 in the 23-24 season. Meanwhile, St. Mary's looking for their second victory of the campaign in this one here tonight. Yellow Jackets back home next Friday. 7:05 face-off here at Westman Arena as they open WIAC play, hosting UW River Falls. And the really would be nice to get the victory tonight so you have at least one before you go into conference play. That's how I feel anyway.
Yeah, definitely a winnable game tonight. mean, whenever you're winless, you definitely want to get that next one, but UWS is in good position here on home ice against an opponent that they're evenly matched with for sure. Got to come out and kill off this minute 24 of penalty and then try to build something from there.
Liam Whitehouse will sit the first 84 seconds of the third period in the penalty box for his emphatic interference penalty, as you put it. 100% eliminating the man from the play.
If you're going to do it, go all the way.
Yeah, do it big. You know, if you're going to interfere, really interfere. Really interfere, and they absolutely did there. Jack Boschert leading the Yellow Jackets back on the ice. A.J. Ruskowski leading the Cardinals out. You brought up Smeal, and is he related to Stan Smeal? Is A.J. Ruskowski any relation to Terry Ruskowski? One-time captain of the Chicago Blackhawks, a star in the World Hockey Association. Had a sip or two of coffee with the Minnesota North Stars. I don't know.
Did he have a son that played in Lincoln or something back in our USHL days?
I don't think so. Who, Terry Ruskowski or A.J. Ruskowski?
No. Now that would be something. No, Terry. Too many names, too many years.
Yeah, they start to blend together after a while, don't they?
do.
That's kind of I've noticed here recently, and you'll start reading an old roster or something, and you'll go, oh yeah, I forgot about that person.
Yeah, it's crazy when you start to see your former teammates' sons and daughters, you know, like playing at the high school level,
right,
or even in some cases at the college level now.
Fresh 20 on the clock. Jackets going from left to right here in the third period. They will start on the penalty kill. And the Cardinals win the draw and dump it in. Dvorny to clear, that gets knocked down. Immediately centered, a shot and a save made by Boschert. Bergstrom follows that up and tries to rip it harder on the left wing side. Or check that, not Bergstrom, it was Holmes. And it got wrapped up in the equipment of Callahan Noss. They're going to blow the play dead.
You know, another one of those situations there, Dvorny goes in behind the net to jump on that loose puck and just takes a wild swing at it and tries to blast it up and out of the zone around the boards when there's really no pressure on it. You know, it might not be the worst idea to just eat some of these pucks rather than blasting them right into the hands of the St. Mary's players.
Yellow Jackets push it all the way down the ice. St. Mary's will have to go 200 feet as they start back up the left side. It's Campion here. He tried to center it, hit his skate, and ricocheted wide of the net. 45 to go in the power play. Dvorny behind the goal. Sends that one back around to the right side. Nowhere to go as Pedersen couldn't clear. Comes into the high slot. Callahan Noss walks it to his right. Up top for Theraldson. Now down the slot. Takes the shot. That catches traffic in front. Campion has it on the left wing side. Up top for Theraldson. Now back for Campion. Over to the right circle. Callahan Noss. Right to the left of the net was Bud Winter, and that one hopped over his stick. He had a wide open net if he could have settled that one down, and it's going to go the distance. St. Mary's to regroup.
Campion got stung badly getting a glove on that clearing blast from the UWS end.
Now a steal in the neutral zone by Dauphiné. Gets around a defender, takes a long shot, and the save is going to be made and held. And a face-off coming here in the St. Mary's zone.
Jackets back at even strength. Now time to get to work. Dauphiné to take the draw. He was good on face-offs in that second period.
Jackets win the draw. Quinn from the left point. A shot gets through. Save made. Ruskowski rebound. Put back up the slot. Jackets get it back at the right point. Bergstrom shot blocked. Quinn holds in left point and sends it deep. Dauphiné, left corner. Dauphiné carries behind the net. Leaves it for Roosevelt. Daniel Roosevelt up top. That's going to hop off the stick of Quinn and come back to the neutral zone. Yellow Jackets on the right wing side. Bergstrom will flip it deep. Puck's going to come back behind the goal now. It's controlled here by the Cardinals. They start up the left wing boards with it here. They're going to clear that one out into the neutral zone. Schroeder carries up the left side and comes into the Yellow Jacket zone behind the net. Has the puck taken away from him by Terry Ryder. And Ryder will start up the left wing boards with it here. Ryder across the red line, pushes that one down into the left corner of the St. Mary's zone. Gave chase, but his check sidestepped by Noah Kiemel, and back the other way now comes Schroeder. Trevor Schroeder lugs that one up on the right wing. Native of Des Moines, Iowa. You don't see a lot of Des Moines, Iowa natives playing the game of hockey. More a football or wrestling country down there. Holmes up ice for the Yellow Jackets into the St. Mary's zone. Right circle leaves it for Stark. His shot blocked. Kind of handcuffed by that pass a little bit. Holmes along the end board. Stapled to the wall there by Palinger. Now taken down, and it's going to be a penalty here as the guilty party will be Noah Kiemel, who took down the Yellow Jacket player along the end boards. It's C.J. Walker, and the Jackets are going to the power play.
I hope Walker's just making this
just milking it a little bit.
Yeah, he's going back to the bench, kind of hand on his head.
Oh, they're taking one each way. Well, never mind.
I have no idea what the UWS penalty was.
They took Blake Holmes and Kiemel here.
Kiemel was the one who hit Walker from behind in the corner. I have no idea what Blake Holmes was involved in. I didn't see it.
3:01 the time of the coincidental minor penalties, so we'll play 4-on-4 for a little bit here. Puck gets past Bergstrom at the left point and will come back to the Yellow Jacket line. Then the Jackets turn it over. I really am just at a loss on what that penalty could be. Danziger's got it on the right wing side for the Yellow Jackets in his own zone. Now he'll throw it ahead on the wing. Taken by Ishmael. He'll leave it now for Terrien. Terrien for Danziger has poked off his stick, and the puck's going to come back out into the neutral zone. Kiemel for cross-checking and Holmes for tripping are the penalty calls. All right. Danziger feeds that one ahead on the left wing. Terrien stays with it in the left corner where he's going to be pinned to the boards. Terrien wrestled completely to the ice in that instance there, and the puck worked free behind the net. Theraldson will leave it. And Blake Arneson will start up ice with it here. Noss rather. Callahan Noss across the line, down to the left wing corner. Under a minute to go in the 4-on-4. New Power at the left point. Gives to Callahan Noss. It's going to come off the end boards. New Power picks it up on the right wing side. Being watched there by Dauphiné. New Power gets it across. Shot taken from the left circle by Arneson. Gloved by Boschert. He'll hold on. And we'll get a face-off here in the Yellow Jacket zone. 41 seconds to go in the 4-on-4. 15:39 remaining here in this third period. Yellow Jackets and St. Mary's tied 2-2. Yes, you heard that correct. The Jackets scored tonight. Pedersen up the right side into the St. Mary's zone. Wanted to go to Matheson, but that was intercepted. And back the other way comes St. Mary's. Tushy up the left side. Dvorny leaning on him a little bit. Puck kicks right up the slot in front of the Yellow Jacket net, and Boone Matheson will take it the other way. He got it around one defender, but then it was poked away. Now Pedersen's got it. Colin Pedersen, right circle. Lets a shot go, and it just missed high. Good job pulling it into the feet and kind of changing the angle a little bit, but whistled it over the top of the 6'6" goaltender. Now Liam Whitehouse for the Yellow Jackets has it on the right wing, throws that in front, but Matheson tied up. Penalized players back on, so we are back to 5 skaters apiece. Troy Quinn on the left wing, pushes it down behind the goal. Reed Stark there, gives to the right corner, picked up by Whitehouse. He'll bank it around the defender, clearing attempt, held. Nice job by Stark at the right point to hold it and get it deep for Walker. C.J. Walker carries up the right wing boards. He's had a nice game tonight. I'd like to see him get one. Shot taken by Troy Quinn from the right circle, gloved by Ruskowski. He'll hold. Face-off coming in the St. Mary's zone.
Jackets had a nice little sequence there. They were able to get partial line change, whereas St. Mary's wasn't. Helped UWS have a little more juice to get to some of those loose pucks and create a scoring opportunity there for Quinn.
Face-off to the left of Ruskowski with 14:30 to play here in the third. Tied at 2, St. Mary's controls it. Puck behind the net, controlled by Walker. He feeds it left circle, a one-timer by Bergstrom, catches traffic in front. Now the Yellow Jackets, Danziger at the right point, gets it to Stark, but it's off his stick. Francois holds, he fires, it's blocked. Puck caroms to the right corner, Francois gives behind for Stark. Now to Bergstrom, left circle, left corner, Stark. Francois, left circle, a shot blocked in front. Clearing attempt is going to be broken up and cleared. Cardinals try to settle it down. Good forecheck by the Yellow Jackets there, forcing him to come all the way back as the Jackets change personnel. Trevor Schroeder on the left wing dumps it in. That was a strange hop. Boschert came out to play it. It actually went behind him. Fortunately, harmlessly to the right wing corner. Now the Jackets have it as Roosevelt carries to center. Gives it off to Boone Matheson, and he'll flip it to the right corner. Matheson behind the net. For Roosevelt, he centers. It comes all the way to the line. Terry Ryder's got it left point. He'll saucer it down low. Behind the net, Roosevelt. All kinds of holding going on there as Roosevelt tried to make a play but couldn't. Now Dauphiné feeds that one out front. Comes to Terry Ryder at the left point. He takes the shot. It's deflected wide. Dauphiné tried to bank it in from the right. It doesn't go. Loose puck in the blue paint, and we get a stoppage as Ruskowski is able to cover up. Roosevelt in there digging away for it. Dauphiné as well.
Another very good shift for the Yellow Jackets there. Some sustained, prolonged zone time. Dog it on the puck. Hopefully they can build on that with the Ishmael line coming back out.
Shots 29-23 favoring the Yellow Jackets. Tied at 2 with 13:08 to go in the third. Cardinals control the draw. Jackets get it back, feeding it out front for Pettersson, but he kind of fanned on that a little bit. Tried to rush the shot. Cardinals clear, Jackets get it back. Devorny for Quinn. He'll chop that up the right side. That hit the top of the boards perfectly, where nobody was going to be able to field that pass. He couldn't do that in 1,000 tries if he had it again. Coming to center now. This is Campion for St. Mary's. There's a turnover, and it's going to be Terrien back the other way. Terrien, breakaway, and a save made. Rebound, they score! Ruskowski made the save, poked the puck back up the slot. Ishmael on the doorstep, Jackets lead.
Build on that last good shift they did. Ishmael finishing it off. Terrien, who we've talked about a lot tonight, having an excellent night, using his speed there, taking the puck from the center line all the way in, getting a nice try on goal. Ruskowski with the save, but Johnny on the spot. Chris Ishmael following that one up and was able to tuck it home and put the Yellow Jackets ahead.
Time of that goal, 7:28 of the third period. Now Walker with a shot, and the save is made by Ruskowski. Jackets nearly getting another one.
For Superior! His first goal of the season, number 23, Chris Ishmael. He gets an assist on the goal by number 22, Tristan Terrien. That goal coming at 7:28 in the
So 7:28 of the period, Terrien getting the assist. And the Jackets are in front, but the puck is in their zone right now. Coming out with it here. Schroeder, high slot shot blocked. Noss at the left point, sends it down low. Terry Ryder upended as he tried to clear. Comes up top, Theraldson with a blast right point. Boschert the save, he'll hang on. Face-off coming in the Yellow Jacket zone, and now more pushing and shoving will go on as Terry Ryder loses the headgear. Are we going to have anything coming out of this? I don't even know how to guess anymore with how this has gone tonight.
Yeah, the officials have had their hands full tonight. It's not been like a full-scale Donnybrook, but there have been some unusual episodes that have occurred. Looks like no penalties here. Teams will remain 5 on 5.
You're going to stay 5 on 5. You are correct, sir. Face off in the Yellow Jacket zone to Boschert's left. 11:36 to go. Jackets controlling it. They lead 3-2. Roosevelt on the right wing, ahead for Dauphiné. He carries behind the St. Mary's net now. Gets away from the checker. Dauphiné comes out, right side, wanted to shoot go high on the short side there, but it wasn't available, so he sends it up top for Whitehouse. Now from the right corner, Matheson falls down and centers. It goes right through the goal mouth. Comes back the other way. Dauphiné nearly broke up that rush on the back check. He's having a good night tonight. Dauphiné's got the puck in his own zone, feeds the left wing Roosevelt, but he was tied up by Callahan Noss. Puck is in the right wing corner, Yellow Jacket zone. Comes up to Callahan Noss, right point. He'll put it right back down the wall. Dvorny for the Yellow Jackets to clear. Puts that right on the tape of Callahan Noss, and they hold the zone, St. Mary's does. Coming out of the corner, Smeal weaves around some traffic. A shot, the save made by Boschert. That was an odd-looking dive save because he overcommitted himself and had to make that look theatrical. In the neutral zone, right wing boards, Pettersson for the Jackets. Big collision, and the puck comes up the left side. Cruz into Yellow Jacket territory. Danziger leads on him a little bit and breaks up the play. Loose puck taken here by Bergstrom. Dusty Bergstrom carries to center. Jackets get away with 2 interference penalties so far on this shift as they dump that one down into the St. Mary's zone. Make it 3. Play continuing on. Do we have 4?
They're coming fast and furious.
Puck dumped into Yellow Jacket territory, left corner. Keemel there. Keemel carries up the left side, now has it high slot, takes the shot, Boschert the save. Rebound pops in the air, Terrien picks it up. Terrien for the Jackets wanted to clear, but it was knocked down. Danziger around the right side, Bergstrom, and the Yellow Jackets do a good job tying up the defender. It comes to neutral ice. Taken there by Warner Young. He'll dump it back in. Behind the Yellow Jacket net, Quinn. Up on the right wing. Pettersson chips it ahead for Walker. Puck just inside the St. Mary's line. Now it comes back out, and the Cardinals will advance. Scioli has his shot blocked. Cruz has his shot go wide. Reed Stark for the Yellow Jackets here. Flips that to neutral ice. It splits the D and comes all the way down. Icing will be waved off. Ruskowski leaves it for Warner Young behind the St. Mary's net. As we approach the 11-minute mark of the third period, Yellow Jackets leading 3-2. Puck thrown ahead on the left wing. Bud Winter tips it into Yellow Jacket territory. That's a good blue-collar name, Bud Winter. I love it. Campion inside his own line, flips that one up the boards. Tushy gloves that out of the air for the Cardinals. He'll carry over to the right wing. Weaving through traffic, gets it into the Yellow Jacket zone and plays it deep. Campion behind, then it tried to center. Blocked nicely by Dvorny. Campion into the high slot. The one-timer by Callahan Noss goes wide. Yellow Jackets, Boone Matheson has it on the left wing. He can't clear. Dvorny follows the play. Now he's got it. Frank Dvorny dumps it into the St. Mary's zone, but not deep enough, and the Cardinals quickly back in transition. On the left wing, Tushy being pestered there by Terry Ryder. Puck kicks free into the high slot. Callahan Noss left circle now. Carries to the corner. He'll curl away from the checker. Still has it in the left circle. Campion for Theraldson. Now a steal. It's Boone Matheson for the Yellow Jackets. Matheson 3-on-2. Tried to force that through a body. It doesn't go. Dauphiné follows the play and plays it down to the corner. It was the end of the shift for Boone Matheson. Otherwise, he would have been gone.
Yeah, with his speed, I was a little surprised to not see him hit the Jets there. But then when you see him turn to the bench, you recognize why.
Puck down in the Yellow Jacket zone once again. Danziger does a good job to knock down New Power, and the puck comes to neutral ice. St. Mary's drives it back in. Going on about 3.5 to 4 minutes without a whistle here. There we go.
Ask and ye shall
right on
receive.
cue, Blake Holmes fires that one into the National Guard banner. And we'll get a stoppage. That's a media timeout, I believe. Supposed to be.
Coach McKenna was asking that exact thing.
Yeah, but because that's a situation where we can't change, they can't do the media timeout. So the face-off in the Yellow Jacket zone to Boschert's left, controlled by St. Mary's again. Long shot taken from Clay Allen, misses wide. Yellow Jackets get it back, and that's going to be flipped by Ishmael. It gets up on end and comes all the way down. That'll be icing. And that little tie-up could have been a lot more dangerous, or could have been a lot worse than it was, I should say.
And now, once again, there will not be a media timeout, as that's the same situation you just described, right?
Right, exactly.
Ishmael taking the draw for UWS against Smeal.
Face off to Boschert's right. St. Mary's had it for a moment, but now the Yellow Jackets will come out of the pile with that puck. Holmes up the left wing side. It comes to neutral ice. Ishmael is tied up, so he can't make the play. And now the Jackets will settle it down. Danziger's got it here. He'll play it ahead. That's going to miss everybody, but icing will be waved off as Ishmael wins the race. Ruskowski sends it around the left side. Fortunate hop for the Cardinals, and now they have a 3-on-2, but a great job on the back check by Terrian to break that one up. Puck comes back the other way. Yellow Jackets at their own line. Quinn up the left wing. Stark. Smart play playing that one deep, and the Yellow Jackets will finally complete that line change with 6.5 minutes to go here in the third period. They lead 3-2. Schroeder carries across the Yellow Jacket line on the right wing. Quinn knocks him off the play.
Oh!
Loose puck in the right corner. Francois will scoop that one up and start the rush back. Up the left wing, Francois comes across the St. Mary's line, gets around the check. Francois left corner, tried to feed it out front. It hits a body, comes loose to the top of the goal crease, and it was poke checked away from Francois. Now Francois to Bergstrom right wing side. Wanted to go up top, but he didn't have any support up there, so he sends it down low for Francois, who passes it to St. Mary's, and the Cardinals will clear. Roosevelt tried to feed it into the middle for Walker, but he got knocked off the play. Callahan-Noss dances around a check, takes a shot from the left circle and misses high. Shot from the right side this time, broken up in traffic by Whitehouse. Liam Whitehouse for the Yellow Jackets sends it ahead for Dauphiné. Dauphiné around one man, blows a tire trying to get around the second one. And the Cardinals will regain control of the puck. Scioli behind his net, throws that one up the left wing. Off the skate of Cruz, and the Yellow Jackets get it back with Dvorny. Up the middle off the stick of Terrian. Scioli for St. Mary's. Got in ahead of the play, so they have to retreat. And now Theraldson up the right side. Dvorny breaks it up, and Dauphiné will start the Jackets back the other way. Matheson catches up to the puck. Crossing the line, Boone Matheson, right circle, a shot, Ruskowski to save. Right wing corner now in the St. Mary's zone. Matheson gets crunched. And the puck is underneath him. We'll get a stoppage in play with 4:51 remaining here in the third. Are they going to take the timeout now, or are they not because it is? Yeah, they are. I was wondering if they were going to take it because it's under 5 minutes, but they do signal that, so we will have a brief break here, allowing the coaches to get their top lines some rest and map out some strategy and get ready to play the final 5 minutes.
Jackets taking some tough hits in this recent segment of play here. Trevor Schroeder, big 6'3" senior forward for St. Mary's, give the old forearm shiver to Dusty Bergstrom in the head just a couple of minutes ago. And then the UWS player getting crumpled in the corner right there. A little bit of a battle of attrition down the stretch here.
Forearm shiver, huh?
Forearm shiver.
Don't get a lot of that anymore.
That was a dirty play. No way around it, but he was subtle enough that the officials didn't see it. Little fatigue definitely setting in here for both of these teams now. Tail end of a series, well, not a series, but 2 games in 2 nights. The final 5.
Good time to remind everybody that you are tuned into this Yellow Jacket Sports broadcast on 91.3 KUWS in Superior. Online through our friends at the iFan Sports Network. He's Jason Roan. I am John Garver. 4:51 to play here in the third. 3-2, the Yellow Jackets leading. As we mentioned, the Jackets back home Friday night. Final game of this 3-game home swing as they host UW River Falls to open WIAC play. More on that here in a little bit. Face off outside the St. Mary's line. Ishmael to take the draw. Controlled by the Cardinals this time. They play it up the middle. Ishmael breaks it up. Then his pass intended for Terrian hits some feet. And the Cardinals will come back the other way with it here. Noah Kemel knocked off the play at the blue line by Colin Pedersen. It's played back into the Yellow Jacket zone. Terrian settles it down. And now Terry Ryder goes up the right wing just out of the reach of Ishmael, and Clay Allen gets it back for St. Mary's. Reed Stark steps into a St. Mary's player in the neutral zone to break up the play, and the Jackets back 3-on-2 if they hurry. Terrian with a shot, and the save made by Ruskowski. as he got everything on that one, and a nice stop made by the goaltender of St. Mary's. Clay Allen back the other way here for the Cardinals. He'll cross the Yellow Jacket line on the left wing side. He's knocked off the play by Danziger, and Reed Stark's got the puck coming back the other way. Stark, pass ahead on the right wing. He's got Walker. CJ Walker works his way through one man. The puck got through both skaters, but Walker tied up, couldn't get a shot away. And now the Cardinals are going to clear it back the other way. Icing will be the call, and the faceoff coming in the offensive zone here for the Yellow Jackets.
Slick little dangle by Walker, almost worked.
Like I said, the puck got through both. Unfortunately, he got wrapped up pretty good by the second one, so unable to make the play. .346 to play, third period, 3-2, Yellow Jackets leading. Roosevelt on the left side gets knocked down, tried to make the play from his knees, flipped it to the corner. Dauphiné in there, doing the dirty work along the wall. Roosevelt's got it. He's tied up by Clay Allen, but he poked it loose, and now Dauphiné has it. Justin Dauphiné goes behind the net to the right wing corner. Dauphiné spins off of a check. He's wrestled to the ice, literally. That's a 10-yard penalty in the NFL, 15 in college. At any rate, it comes out to the neutral zone, and it's dumped back down into Yellow Jacket territory. Bergstrom passes it to Callahan Noss, who will dump it back into the Yellow Jacket zone. Not sure who he was trying to pass to. Therrien on the left wing got a stick on it, but it doesn't leave the zone. Danziger for the Yellow Jackets breaks up the play using that reach beautifully, and the Jackets get it out to neutral. St. Mary's has a player trapped in behind the play as Kaysen Kraus is a little slow getting up, or Cruz, excuse me. He finally does make his way back to the line. They tag up, and the Yellow Jackets will clear with 2.5 to go. Across the line they come. Vaughn with a shot from the left circle, and that one caught post, I think. Kicks into the left wing corner. Vaughn's got it back again. Vaughn for St. Mary's. Being bothered by Ishmael. He turns and fires from up high. Grabbed and held by Boschert. He'll hold on, and we're going to get a face-off here in the Yellow Jacket zone. Down to 2:16 remaining here in this third period. Jackets up 3-2.
Tricky little shot there. It looked like it would be relatively benign, but like you said, ended up catching some iron. Just looked like it kind of crossed Boschert up there a little bit. Felt like Boschert was maybe leaning glove side, and the shot ended up coming back against the grain to the stick side.
I just couldn't tell if the puck caught post or if his stick or skate caught post. Because it wasn't a loud, the metal wasn't loud.
Right.
And usually when puck hits the metal, you know it.
Yeah. Who took the timeout here?
St. Mary's.
St. Mary's timeout.
It's an offensive zone face-off for them, so I am imagining that they're gonna pull the goaltender. That's my guess. But I've been wrong on this every time I've called it this year.
I saw UWS do that last night, fairly early, and worked out pretty well for them. I mean, they were able to create a lot of opportunity and zone time with the extra attacker.
And Ruskowski is going to stay off the ice, so the goaltender out with 2:16 to play. Jackets up a goal, extra attacker on for St. Mary's. Yellow Jackets are going to come out of the timeout with Dauphiné, Walker, Dvory, Blake Holmes, and it looks like Francois out there. Face off to Boschert's right. Empty net 200 feet away for the Yellow Jackets. And they win the face-off. Blake Holmes now sends it around to the left wing side. Francois tied up by Callahan Noss. Dauphiné digging away for it. Puck comes back around the boards behind the net. Campion on the left wing throws it back behind the goal. Francois gets there. Really fortunate hop for the Yellow Jackets there as they're able to work it to neutral ice as that thing spun off the wall perfectly. Campion on the left wing sends it back in with under 2 minutes to play. Blake Holmes breaks it up. He'll wrap it around, but it's going to be held in and played back behind the Yellow Jacket net. Centering feed out front, a shot, and Boschert makes the save as Tushy on the doorstep played it with the backhand, but Boschert with the stop. Dvorny plays it up the left side. Jackets failed to clear. Francois didn't get very good wood on that one at all. Puck behind the Yellow Jacket net here. Empty net at the other end. St. Mary's attacking with 6 on the ice. Comes up to Campion at the left point. Theraldson a shot and a good block by C.J. Walker. Getting a stick on that and deflecting it up over the glass and out of play.
Hard work and shift for the Yellow Jackets there in the defensive zone. Big play to tip that shot out of play by C.J. Walker. They needed the line change badly there.
Wholesale change for both teams here. Pedersen, Bergstrom, Ishmael, Quinn, and Roosevelt on the ice for the Jackets here, and they win the face-off again. Troy Quinn gets there and plays that up the left wing boards. It's going to come out to neutral. It's flipped back into Yellow Jacket territory with 70 seconds to play. Quinn behind his net, knocked off the play by Schroeder. He centers, it's loose to the top of the goal crease. Boschert holds back on that instead of going into the fray to try to cover that one up. Keemel sends that one over to the right point, and it's driven down low by the other Keemel. Now the Jackets get it, they clear it all the way down, and they score! Looked harmless enough, but it goes the length of the ice and is dead center. Jackets lead 4-2.
Finally a little puck luck for UWS there. A bounce goes their way as Chris Ishmael fires that puck off the glass all the way down the ice and into the empty net to make it 4-2.
Second of the night for Ishmael. I think you said it perfectly. Last night, it probably hits something and ends up in the left wing corner.
Or in their own net.
For Superior! His second of the contest and of the season. Unassisted number 23, Chris Ishmael.
Hey, let's get one more and go for the custard, huh? Puck in the Yellow Jackets zone right now. They lead 4-2, 20 seconds left in this one. Dvorny plays that one up the left wing side. It's going to come all the way down. Icing is going to be waved off. Scooping up Theraldson. Callahan Noss on the left back for Theraldson. He'll lug it to the center line and send it in. Boschert gloves it. He decides to hold on, and we'll get a face-off with 4.6 seconds to play in the hockey game. 2-goal lead with 4.6 to go. I think it's safe.
Going to be a nice way to end the weekend for the Yellow Jackets.
I mean, weird stuff happens in this game sometimes, but I don't see a team scoring twice in 4.6.
We've seen one in person that was pretty remarkable, but it's not going to happen tonight.
Jackets win the face-off. Final seconds will tick off the clock. And for the first time this season, the Yellow Jackets are a winner.
Looked like Justin Delphine grabbed the puck there. Might be a memento for Jack Boschert for his first college victory.
As well it should be.
As he tosses it over the glass to his teammate to hold on to.
Chris Ishmael with a pair of goals in the third period is the difference, and the Jackets win this one. Final score 4-2. We'll take a timeout and come back with the postgame show sponsored by Synovus Energy right after this. You're listening to Yellow Jacket Hockey on 91.3 KUWS Superior and the iFan Sports Network. 2023-24 campaign. The Yellow Jackets are victorious 4-2 over St. Mary's here at Westman Arena, and that sound you heard was a massive collective sigh coming from that dressing room on the west side of Westman Arena. The Yellow Jackets needed that one tonight, Jason, and they did what they had to do.
Yeah, this was one of those proverbial something's got to give kind of nights with UWS coming in with winless, and St. Mary's coming in with only the one victory and on a 2-game losing streak. And it's a matter of which team was going to dig down and find a way to play winning hockey. And tonight, much to the relief of the Yellow Jackets and to their delight, it was UWS that did the job.
Yeah, and it wasn't easy. This was not an easy contest. I mean, this was I think the words I used on the old Facebook was this is a grinded out, hard working, blue collar kind of game. You know, there was nothing easy about anything tonight, and you were fighting for every inch of ice tonight.
And also had to come back from being a goal down at one point in the game. Got some key saves from Boschert when they were down 2-1 to keep it at a 2-1 game. I think there was a puck where one of the UWS defensemen actually,
Blake Holmes,
yep, cleared one out when Boschert was completely out of the net.
Because that would have made it 3-1.
That would have made it 3-1.
Yep.
So
that's a good call.
Also had to kind of persevere through some of that and come from behind to claw this victory out of it too. So a lot of good things for UWS tonight.
Definitely a lot of good things, and at the end of the day, the Jackets got the victory that they so needed, and will be heading into WIAC play next weekend with that first victory of the season under their belts. Let's jump into the post-game summary, and the Yellow Jackets came into the game. It's been a while since they had scored. Coach McKenna talked about it in the pregame show. 8 periods without a goal. You know, the vocal cords are in fine shape because I hadn't made a goal call in a while. And they finally broke through. 15-minute mark, a power play goal. Let's rewind. They broke through earlier in the period, but the goal was disallowed. They decided man in the crease was the call, so the power play goal came off the board. This one stood for real, and it was Terry Ryder with an absolute bomb from the right circle. You know, you lean into a one-timer, and he didn't miss it he didn't miss an inch.
Yeah, it feels good. You know, when you're a baseball player and you just hit one perfect.
You don't even feel it hit.
You don't even feel it, right? And it's similar feeling in hockey when you catch that one-timer just absolutely clean. And Terry Ryder caught that one absolutely clean.
Hammered the one-timer high past goaltender A.J. Ruskowski. 15 minutes into the first period, Dusty Bergstrom, the helper, 1-0 Yellow Jackets. That broke the scoreless drought at 176 minutes, 26 seconds, just shy of 3 full games without scoring a goal. Felt good. You know, you couldn't help but feel like, okay, maybe this is finally going to be our night. Well, late in the period, the Yellow Jackets take a penalty. They kill it off. Later in the period, they take another one, and this one they're not able to kill off. And this was the first one we talked about, Jason. Usually there's that altercation around the net, and you take one each way. They decided not to. They just took Ishmael, and it took them about 10 seconds to score on that power play to tie it before the end of the first period.
Yeah, always tough giving up a goal late in the period, and this one ends up coming with 3.5 seconds left, just a killer. UWS had a chance to maybe eat the puck in the corner, didn't, tried to clear it, failed the clearing pass, ended up in the back of their net.
1-1 after one. Shots on goal in the first period favoring the Yellow Jackets at 15-9. Power plays, we got another one that came early in the second period. The Dusty Bergstrom rather unfortunate incident as he got the face mask locked up with the other player's face mask, and it ends up being an interference penalty. Very fortunate that it wasn't an injury because of the way that body snapped around on the play.
Yeah, exactly. We're just glad somebody didn't get hurt, and then to see the penalty call, that just had to be such a helpless feeling for Bergstrom in that situation.
I should have mentioned that the power play goal in the first period was scored by Bud Winter of St. Mary's, so my apologies there for not mentioning that. And then just off of that face-off on the ensuing power play, St. Mary's moves in front. 2.5 minutes into the second period, second goal of the season for Kellen Theraldson. Jack Campion got the assist, and you had that feeling of, oh, here we go again, because you're down 2-1, and then a few minutes later, you take a 5-minute major.
Yeah, Theraldson had to feel good about scoring that goal. He came into this game as a -7, so obviously that doesn't change for the power play goal, but gave his team a big lift there, getting the goal and giving them the lead, and things started to look like, oh no, this might be slipping away.
Jackets were able to kill off that 5-minute major, gained a little bit of momentum from that, and then the shift. And it was, you said, maybe the best shift of the entire season. And the hamster was running like crazy up on the wheel here trying to remember if there's been a better one. I'm not sure there has been. It was an absolutely dynamite shift. and the Jackets were rewarded with the tying goal.
Right, you talked about how everybody got involved. There was great puck pressure, great retrieval, some good passes, and then Dusty Bergstrom reading the high outlet pass to try to clear the zone. He pinched in, knocked it down, was able to keep it in the zone and create something. Jackets end up scoring the goal, and it's definitely the kind of goal, the kind of sequence that I'm sure the coaches are going to show this team during the week on video to say, hey, look, this is what we're capable of. Believe in yourselves and build off this.
Yeah, that was an absolutely dynamite shift, and I'll keep going back to that play by Dusty Bergstrom. You cannot overstate how important that was, and it just set all those things in motion that led to Tristan Terrien scoring his first goal this season. Chris Ishmael got the assist on that play, and it was such a great goal and such a great shift. Really, and that was kind of when I got the feeling, okay, I think we're going to be okay tonight because everything turned after that shift.
Yes, when they avoided going down 3-1 and then were able to even it up at 2-2, it felt like UWS had the advantage tonight. They're at home. They were playing well. They were moving their feet. Things look good for UWS once the Yellow Jackets evened the score.
Terrien's first of the year from Ishmael at 10:30 of that second period. Things were tied 2-2. Shots on goal in the second period. The Jackets had 9 for a two-period total of 24. St. Mary's 13 for a two-period total of 22. Then in the third period, the Yellow Jackets dodged that bullet, as you said. And actually, that was in the second period. My mistake.
No, I mean, it looked like it could have been bad because, for all of the positivity being tied at 2-2, they still had to start the third period shorthanded.
Shorthanded, correct.
A minute and 40-some seconds of a penalty.
Yeah, they dodged that bullet there, and then we finally get back to 5 skaters, and the Jackets catch a break. For the first time, it seems like the first time, they finally caught a break when Tristan Terrien uses the speed, pulls away, and gets the breakaway. Ruskowski makes the save and then inexplicably just plays the puck right back up the slot. I probably would have covered it there, but he chose not to. Plays it up the slot. Chris Ishmael's right there, wide open net, 3-2.
And credit to Ishmael for following the play. Sometimes when your teammate gets a breakaway-ish opportunity like that, it's easy to maybe just kind of become a spectator, sort of watch what unfolds. He did not. He followed up the play and ended up being in the right place at the right time.
First of the year for Ishmael, Terrien the assist, 7:28 the time, and it was 3-2 Yellow Jackets. And then in the final minute, Ishmael scoring his second of the night into the wide open net. Shot that thing about 190 feet and hit it dead center to make the final score 4-2. Shots on goal in the third period. The Yellow Jackets 10 for a game total of 34. St. Mary's had 8 for a game total of 30. Penalties in the game, the Jackets 7 penalties for 17 minutes, and St. Mary's had 6 penalties for 12 minutes. On the man advantage, Jackets go 1 for 4. St. Mary's goes 2 for 6. Jack Boschert making his first collegiate start gets the victory tonight. He is 1-0, finishing the night with 28 saves. At the other end, A.J. Ruskowski falls to 0-2. He finishes the evening with 30 saves, and he came into the game with a goals against average of 8.01 and a save percentage of 822. I mean, he might have got thrown to the Wolves in that game then because he's definitely not, those numbers are not indicative of how he played.
Right, yep, absolutely.
Yellow Jackets improved to 1-4 on the season, and St. Mary's will fall to 1-5 on the campaign. Final score here tonight, the Yellow Jackets with a 4-2 victory over St. Mary's. We'll come back, or take a break rather, and when we come back, we'll wrap this one up from Westman Arena right after this. You're listening to Yellow Jacket Hockey on 91.3 KUWS Superior and the iFan Sports Network. Arena. The post-game show sponsored by Synovus Energy sees the Yellow Jackets with a 4-2 win over St. Mary's, picking up their first victory of the campaign. Elsewhere around the WIAC tonight, UW River Falls, the next opponent for the Yellow Jackets, victorious 3-1 over Hamlin. UW Stout defeated Lake Forest 6-2. That game was earlier this afternoon. Stevens Point and St. Olaf, that game was 1-0, 12 and a half minutes into the first period, and the live stats have stopped working, so couldn't tell you. Bethel and Eau Claire skate to a 2-2 tie, so now they are off to that's through overtime, so they are off to the shootout now to determine the winner just for fun. That'll go in the books as a tie. Augsburg with a 5-3 win over Northland. And that'll do it for the games in the WIAC. Mr. Roan's alma mater, UMD, falling to North Dakota 2-0 tonight at Amsoil Arena. So North Dakota comes to town and sweeps the Bulldogs, and tough stretch for the Bulldogs right now.
Yeah, they're in tough this year. We mentioned it off the air last night. Losing one of their top offensive players for a team that was going to be hard pressed to score goals anyway this season, and it's going to be a challenging year. A lot of good players, but kind of a building process right now.
Elsewhere around UW Superior today, we'll rattle through some things quickly here. Yellow Jacket men's soccer losing in the first round of the NCAA tournament at St. Olaf, 7-1, the final score in that one. Yellow Jacket women's soccer has their season come to an end as well as they lose in the first round of the NCAA tournament at UW La Crosse, 1-0 the score there. Yellow Jacket volleyball has its season come to an end as they fall in the UMAC championship game 3-0 to the University of Northwestern. Set scores 25-11, 25-13, and 25-18. The Yellow Jackets were paced offensively by Mayana Stark, 11 kills for her, attacking at 33.3%. She also had 4 digs, so it was a good match for the junior out of Germantown, Wisconsin. Yellow Jackets also getting 6 kills in that one from Kaylin Ploutz. Yellow Jacket men's basketball team moves to 3-0 on the year with a 75-70 win over UW River Falls. The Rubber Duck Javon Walker, 38 points to go along with 6 rebounds, 4 steals, a block, and an assist in 36 minutes of play. So more points than minutes. Yeah, I think that probably tells you had yourself a pretty good game. Jackets also got 13 points from Joseph Fahrenholtz, who was basically the entire offense in the early going of that contest for the Yellow Jackets. Women's basketball falling today, 53-50 the final, as they lose to Denison in their first game down at the University of Chicago. They'll be playing tomorrow afternoon against Pomona Pitzer, I believe it is. Charlotte Firstel leading the Yellow Jackets with 16 points in that one. The Yellow Jacket men's cross-country team finishing their season out at the NCAA Midwest Regional. They placed 20th overall, and the women's cross-country team also closing out their season at the NCAA Midwest Regional. They finish in 23rd place. Yellow Jacket women's hockey team on the road today. They fall at UW Eau Claire. Final score in that one, 4-2. Real heartbreaker for the Yellow Jackets, too, because they were up 2-1 with under 3 minutes to play and end up giving up a couple late to fall to defeat. They've now dropped 3 games in a row, and they will be back in action on the road Friday night at the Bay Area Civic Center in Ashland as they take on Northland. And that's your scoreboard for the day, and holy moly, that was a lot.
That was a robust scoreboard for the day.
Time now, post-game show 3-star selection, and I finally don't have to come up with anything.
Almost probably a fairly challenging 3 stars
today. It's a tricky one.
A lot of people you could talk to. Looking at St. Mary's, Kellen Therrelson had a good game, had a goal and an assist for them. He's their captain. He played well. But ultimately, going to go with 3 players from UWS because they decided this game in winning fashion, and that's kind of what the difference was. So 3rd star tonight is UWS freshman goaltender Jack Boschert, 28 saves, first college victory. That's enough to get you the 3rd star for
Yeah, I think so.
He was solid. He did a good job.
He had a good night tonight, absolutely.
And like I said, a lot of honorable mentions out there. Definitely don't want to overlook the play of Justin Dauphiné. CJ Walker was really good. Dusty Bergstrom was good. Terry Ryder had the goal early on for UWS. So a lot of good contributions throughout. But 2nd star is UWS sophomore forward Tristan Terrian. He played an excellent game tonight. His speed was on full display. Had a goal and an assist. It was just a ball of energy out there, and was really contributing every time he was on the ice.
He was good the entire weekend, and I've said it several times this weekend. It's worth repeating. He was challenged, and you can either answer the bell or you don't. and he clearly answered the bell, and hopefully that's all we have to challenge him now. He's just going to take it from here, because when he finally makes the decision to just play the game the way he played this weekend, sky's the limit for that kid.
He has the tools to make an impact, that's for sure.
So he's the number 2 star, absolutely. Goal and an assist for him tonight. Number 1.
First star, UWS sophomore center Chris Ishmael. 2 goals, including the game winner. He, of course, made that last goal happen. Well, not the empty net goal. The second to last goal happened by following up the play. It was just a player who was highly involved all night long and really contributing. For a team that obviously we talked about being offensively challenged coming into this game, they needed those kind of big contributions, and they certainly got it from Ishmael and Therian tonight.
Yeah, and Ishmael also had an assist. That's a 3-point night for him, so he suddenly vaults to the top of the team scoring charts, considering they hadn't scored many goals here. But a really good game for him. He's had a good little stretch here to start the season, so definitely a worthy pick there. So number 3 star tonight, Jack Boschert, the number 2 star, Tristan Therian, and the number 1 star, Chris Ishmael. Our next sports broadcast here on 91.3 KUWS and next men's hockey broadcast will come your way on Friday night, November 17th, right here at Westman Arena, a 7:05 face-off as the Yellow Jackets will play host to UW River Falls, opening up WIAC play. And the Yellow Jackets and the Falcons, a hotly contested rivalry over the years, and it's very rare for one of those teams to sweep the season series from the other. There's always a little bit of an exchange between the two, and without a doubt, there's heated games, there's good games, and this should be another good one here next Friday night as the Jackets host UW River Falls to open conference play.
We're just seeing Boschert skating around in full gear across the ice.
He was taking pictures with his family.
Oh, that's what he was doing.
Yeah.
I didn't know if he was going to come out and put in a little extra work. Maybe he didn't get enough in that game.
No, he's got the family down here. So he was out there skating around with a niece or a nephew and having some photos taken with the family. So, that's what that was. But anyway, River Falls coming in town Friday. Any thoughts on that?
No, just, a big opportunity for UWS to obviously build on what they did here tonight. Got that first win, like you said. Nice to get one before you get into the heart of WIAC play. They got that done. They've got some good things on video to be able to look at and build on. Always going to be a tough opponent, though, when they get back into conference play.
Again, 7:05 face-off Friday night. We'll have the pregame show live here at 91.3 KUWS and the iFan Sports Network beginning at 6:30. Paul Danberg was our engineer back in the studio this evening. Craig Morrissey on site with the folks at the iFan Sports Network. For Craig, for Paul, for Jason Earl, I am John Garver saying so long from Westman Arena, where tonight the Yellow Jackets emerged victorious for the first time in 23-24, 4-2 over St. Mary's. We thank you very much for making us a part of your Saturday evening and hope you will join us next Friday when the Falcons come to town. You've been listening to Yellow Jacket Hockey on 91.3 KUWS Superior and the iFan Sports Network.